What's up? Welcome to News Across the Galaxy, where we talk all things LA Galaxy. I'm Bryant. To my left, Eddie.
Not
across
invited.
from me.
Not invited. Deleted from China, Eddie.
Deleted from China.
Yeah.
Across from me, the rarely seen Spenny. Hi, Spenny. Yee. Chias on the ones and twos. And on Mondays, you catch these guys at 9 p.m. live on YouTube.
Ish.
It's George from Straight from the Stands.
What up? What up? What
brother?
up? Appreciate y'all for having me.
For sure.
Damn,
What's
I had
good, y'all?
fucking coffee in
I like how his voice changed for that one.
I know, seriously.
You got all serious on that one.
You're right there,
I
George.
started coughing though. Once you started, you mentioned China.
This whole time we were good, and then hit that record button, and
I froze.
it's all good.
Damn,
It happened.
China got some. All right, cool.
Hey, we're back.
We are back.
Second episode of the year, 2020,
nice,
new
for
decade.
sure.
Hell yeah.
Second.
Hey, big signing this week, or not signing yet.
Big.
No. Not rumor. He's ours. I'm talking about my boy, number 46 pick.
Oh.
Tom Smart. That's
he's actually not signed.
I know that's what I said. He's ours, but he's not
ours.
signed yet.
We have his rights.
Yeah. Hey, that's a hell of a name if you ask me.
You know what? I'm more happy for Rudy.
Why is that?
The last name Smarts. You know how his
Oh.
I am Smarts.
Yeah, no
All
shit.
you have
huh?
to do is add an S, and that's it. That's
Ooh.
dope.
Yeah, on the G2 jersey, that's what it's gonna be.
No. Well, it is what
The
it
only
is.
difference is a USL patch.
That is true.
That's true.
That
And
is
cheaper. Are they cheaper?
No.
true. Nah.
They're the same price?
Really?
Jersey has a 2 on the patch.
And it's not cheaper.
As the double I.
I
I
don't think.
never noticed that.
Hey, but you know what though? Actually,
Must be one of two
that is
sources.
pretty. That is
Go to a game.
Bye. Yeah.
Nah.
I got to a couple actually.
Go to a game.
pass.
Oh, no shit.
Oh,
Oh,
that's how China. Oh shit, dude.
Okay, Google stop.
That's scary. Shout out to Google.
I don't even
Shout
know.
out to China, man.
Shout out to China.
You sneaky bastards.
God
They're
damn
already
it.
in here. We didn't.
They got in here. They got in here somehow.
Hey, but anyways, back to the Rudy thing. Hey, he could actually go to a game and he has more chance of getting a jersey off that guy's back than a regular Galaxy player.
That's pretty. Yeah, that's dope.
Damn. Like, China's just on your ass,
Yeah.
George.
Yeah.
Not me.
Fuck.
Fuck that. I didn't start that. We got the recording.
Hey, she's never talked ever.
She's
in her
never
life,
said
so
shit when
She
we're beating
respects
her.
us when we go live, but
So, what's up, guys? We got Tom Smart.
I don't even know. how
Should we
to
turn the
do
location on?
it. Anyways, the draft. Just want to touch on the draft real quick. That shit is dying.
Trash.
dude.
Throw it away. It
that-
should have never been a thing.
I like what they attempted this year. It was cool.
What do you mean? Going to people's mansions and partying with them?
Hey,
What
man.
the fuck?
Don't be mad at how good someone else is living.
Hey, no, but that's something that's funny. He says that. Somebody pointed it out on Twitter. Like, if you notice, like every single person was sitting like on a nice leather couch.
They're
like,
well
drafted.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what? I mean, it's cheaper to live in that part of the country.
No,
too,
but
man.
we're not
Don't
talking
be-
about one
don't
or
be-
two picks. We're talking about everybody.
Oh well, I mean, come on, it's just like the NFL too. You be going to these hood ass houses and they got like nice leather couches too. I mean,
No, they
Oh,
got
that's
the, they
'cause
got
they're
plastic
Nah,
wrap on
hell
the
yeah.
couches.
They got the
They
beads
got the
on
plastic
them.
wrap on the
Hell
couches.
yeah.
That's what makes it
MLS?
more exciting.
MLS had
Yeah,
it
exactly.
good. MLS had it good. I don't doubt that they spiced up the rooms a little bit.
This
You
is-
think that wasn't expected?
Nah.
Driving
If-
300.
Nah.
If they did that, they didn't help themselves.
Nah,
Mm.
they didn't help themselves. Now you're totally wrong on that. It's the whole pay to play thing. They're the only ones that can make it that far.
And that's pay-to-pay privilege right there.
Oh my god.
It is.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Go to my tia's house. Get my little cousin. Draft him. While tia's making pupusas in the back.
Hey, nah, are you kidding me?
Damn,
a white
imagine that.
person's gonna knock on the door and they're not gonna answer. They're just gonna see, look out the
Look through
window.
the vines and shit.
You know, the IG Live is still going on. Well, maybe they're not home.
I think you guys are trying to connect
But I
two
smell
very
like-
different things.
No, it is. Is that?
No,
Is that? That's what's wrong with the U.S. soccer to begin with. We don't get players that are fucking in the hood that are fucking good. We go to college houses with. You talking matches?
Look what happened to the brothers that were not picked by FC Dallas, and then one ended up in Argentina. The other one ended up in Mexico. I forgot what team. They were in the finals recently,
No shit, I didn't even know.
and
this.
they're big as fuck. They're huge. I can't believe you guys don't know them. I can't believe I don't remember. them.
right here.
But-
You're trying to tell us, it's like, I
but,
can't believe you know him.
Play for River. They were in the finals for Mexico. FC Dallas had an opportunity to pick them in Sueño MLS.
Damn.
Nothing.
Damn. I mean, you could argue, even though he wasn't that great with us in Areola, like even
Yeah.
then we look over. It's a
Yeah.
Latino last name. It's still
accurate.
like a miss there.
But then you could mention players like Efrain Alvarez.
That's still
Or,
But that's how it
Julian-
should be. But that's
or
how it
Julian-
should
That's
be.
academy.
Or
That's how it
Julian-
should be.
Yeah,
or
that's
Those
Julian-
are academy players.
or Julian.
You're bringing them up from.
Yeah.
from
Julian was such a prospect
But
that
the-
they were like, we can't sign you on homegrown. Just give him a contract.
That's why.
Give him a roster
And
spot.
that's why the draft should die. Because
Yeah.
once when you discover him, you're gonna give him that deal then.
How many players haven't been signed through homegrown contracts instead of going to the draft because it's a loophole to keep players in their key markets?
That's exactly why the
Yeah,
draft
that's
is
not the
dying,
argument.
though.
We're talking about the draft is whack.
The draft,
Thank you for backing
but
up.
but it has nothing to do with the pay to play thing either.
It
these,
does.
These are being drafted out of colleges and stuff. Players that weren't good enough at 13, 14, or 16 years old to get noticed by a professional team.
Is it safe to say let's call it what it is, the Latino homegrown players are signed quicker because they don't want those players to go out to the market and be able to get picked up on?
That's true. They can feel they have more.
So
more of a
how does
chance
that
of
come into pay and play when they're being drafted out of college? It's not like a 16 or a 15-year-old is getting drafted. Anything else from you guys? I didn't think so. Has nothing to do with the point that you're trying to make.
Yeah, it does.
No, it
'Cause,
doesn't.
see-
You can't be mad at somebody because they live in a nice house in the middle of the country, where a house is like as much as an apartment is here a month. It's not the same thing.
To back
You
up
wanna-
their
you-
thing, I did not watch the draft because one, it didn't really affect us as much as it did. I think last year was a little bit more better for us, but this year,
Brian, we just went to Texas. We went to a neighborhood where people were allowed to sell alcohol out of their houses, so they created bars, right? How big were these fucking bars?
They were
You
small.
forget they were small. You forget that these bars
But
we
I
were
was
going
drunk,
to
so it doesn't-
were somebody's
like I
houses.
remember.
Though these were somebody's property that somebody lived there. Look at the hostel we stayed at. That was somebody's house.
Oh, you saw the house though. That's a big ass house.
Okay, but what I'm saying is you can't be mad because somebody's living good in the middle of the country.
No, but what I'm saying is,
and
instead of
think that
having
it's just-
this dumbass draft, why not go to these kids' houses, get them young, and start the the academy shit instead of having the stupid ass draft? That's my shit, and that shit includes with the play to play shit. Because I
some-
remember when I was
because
younger, I
some
didn't get no
players-
opportunity like that to go fucking go try
some
out of
players
college
aren't
and get
that
some
good
shit.
though. Some players weren't you supposed to go to Mexico and try out?
Injured.
That's a whole
Your
different.
fucking feelings
But
are
that's,
hurt.
that's a fucking different thing.
what do you
what
think
I-
about college soccer? Then the whole argument is, what do you think about college soccer?
I don't.
But you're also saying
Isn't that USL level?
you're also assuming that these players were good enough to be professionals at 14, 15, and 16.
And then
There's a lot of kids.
my
that-
thing with the draft is even out of college now, the last 2-3 years, they're not good enough to be professionals.
Jordan
even out of
Morris
college.
was the
If
last
they
one
weren't-
that I could honestly be like.
Well, yeah, but then,
that fool
but
was-
Oh, yeah,
but he was
that's one.
discovered, and him by choice, he's like, I'm gonna stay in college,
Yeah.
and he didn't go through the draft either.
he didn't. But how did he get signed?
Homegrown,
Okay.
right?
What did I
But
make?
I'm-
What was the
what-
point I
what
made
my-
earlier?
I'm saying the draft is whack because nobody comes out of it. Like you're making this whole like
The number one overall draft pick in the MLS history,
now,
came out
now,
of-
now,
college,
No.
right?
now,
Right?
now,
Beep.
now. Name the last. Fuck it.
Omar
Go-
Gonzalez,
Championship.
How long ago was that?
AJ.
AJ.
Yeah,
AJ,
how long ago
AJ
was
La
that?
Garza, both two-time national champions.
But I think to their point, he's saying that they're dying off. Like it was a good thing at a certain point.
Well,
but
because now we're signing more people straight from the academies and stuff. We really are. It's just there is a little bit of gap for pay and play, but it's not like all these kids are good enough to try and play at 14, 15. Look what Freddie Adu did. They try to push him, and
He's the next Pele. You
That
forget.
fucking-
All right.
that Richie Valens,
Oh, there you go again.
See what I'm saying though? Come on, don't
Hi,
try
China.
to make one thing into another. So what? Be happy for the guy. I think.
No,
I
yeah,
think it
yeah,
was cool.
fuck yeah.
Did you see what happened in the draft?
no, I didn't
So
catch the draft.
Nashville for their second
That
overall
was
draft
dope what they
pick.
did.
Their GM or whoever was in charge over there got a bus full of people and drove 300 miles to the guy's house to announce to him that he got picked by the
No
team.
shit.
So 300 of the original supporters
Uh-huh.
went, or whatever the bus fills,
Yeah,
drove 300 miles, all original supporters, and showed up to that fool's house
that's
to welcome
sick.
him.
That's dope. But
But-
then that's tip to the hat to the FO of Nashville.
Yeah.
That's something that a lot of people could do.
But-
But these fools are mentioning because he
But
lived
it's
in
a-
a fat ass house and he had like 50 people in the house for his draft party.
But that's what I'm saying. He only got drafted because of that. He's not that good. That's the only reason he got to come on TV and get all this. Let's
How do you
remember
know
that.
he's
Let's
not
remember.
that
Let's
good?
remember that. Let's remember that guy's name. Right. We'll look it up. Whatever. Let's remember that guy's name.
Just
and
remember
we don't
Nashville.
know
we'll
his
have,
name right
we'll,
now.
we'll have this conversation in however long you want. 10 years down the line, if you want, and see what happens.
10 years down the line.
Yeah.
Number one draft picks don't tend to work out very well in any
Rarely.
sport.
Rarely.
So
Well, this is number 2, like you said.
He's not like everybody could be a LeBron James for, you know?
Whatever. Fuck LeBron. He's still not my
Hey,
king.
yo.
He's still not my king.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Hey, that's my
whoa.
line. Hashtag not my king.
All right, Tom Smart.
Tom Smart. Hell yeah. We got Tom Smart.
Good shit, Rudy.
Yeah. Welcome, Rudy.
Yeah.
He is smarts. All right, so let's kill some rumors real quick. Rumor we can kill.
I don't have herpes.
Oh,
Another one.
shit.
I don't know if we could kill it.
Yeah. That's only treatable, dude. It doesn't go away.
I still don't have them.
All right, for now.
Yeah.
Fucking 2020, everybody has them. Chill. So Gareth Bale,
I'm not sharing a blunt with you.
agent said. Agent said no MLS move. You guys saw that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was one of those too good to be true, anyways, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People were arguing. Never mind.
No.
I'll
Go
get
ahead,
to it.
go
I'll
ahead.
get to it.
Nah.
I'll get to it.
Oh,
Because
the,
it falls under.
Okay.
Yeah,
the elephant in the room. Yeah. Relax. It's not Mondays. Well, nobody's gonna yell at you here.
no, it's fine. I could actually talk here, so that's how I come, so I could express my
Yeah.
feelings. Because tomorrow they're just gonna.
If you ever feel homesick, but let me know. I'll call you fucking stupid and whatever you need me to do here. So yeah, that one's dead. Too good to be true. I would have loved it as a Madrista.
I would have just
What?
loved it.
Yeah, period. Whatever. It didn't
I
happen.
don't care if we don't have a legit. You could have put Zubac out there and keep me bail. I don't care.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Zubac, though.
Oh my god.
We'll get to that. motherfucker.
Yeah.
Just learn how to get out of the way. From Bale's here.
Another rumor that I guess if you were into the whole who does DTK follow, shout out to that new Twitter page.
Yo.
Does DTK follow? That
That's
shit was
dope
tight.
page.
4 days ago, he posted he does not follow Carlos Zambrano. 1 day ago, all of a sudden DTK follows Carlos Zambrano. Nothing's come out though. No rumors, anything. Kind of one hard to follow because, I mean, it's a Peruvian national player. It's a
Yeah.
how the hell do you keep up? Where do you look? I don't even know if Peru has the internet, to be honest.
Shit. God damn.
Damn, China and Peru now. I can't go to either.
Damn.
one.
Canceled.
Never been there, so you don't know.
True.
Yeah. Fuck.
I
Machu
might be
Picchu.
right. Yeah, Machu Picchu, whatever.
Listen, it's interesting. I hope we should have seen the whole who does DTK follow and how does that happen in the past,
Uh-huh.
and how like his success rate or how he begins talking to players. That's really interesting.
Yeah,
I think right now we just started doing it, so we don't know what to think about it. But
but the
there
Cardinals
has to
one,
be something.
but the Cardinals one could be the beginning of it because he did tweet 4 days ago that he doesn't follow him, and then a day ago he retweeted the same one
yeah,
with the tweet showing that he follows him now.
follows him.
So Carlos Zambrano could be the beginning
Maybe.
of a yeah.
How old is he?
Isn't he the 31-year-old?
Is he? Didn't we, the 31-year-old? I know, and Sua was 31.
I might be wrong.
So, maybe. But yeah, just reading on Twitter. 30.
30.
What's the page again? So people can follow.
Does DTK follow?
It's on Twitter.
Who does DTK
Twitter.
follow
It's
on Twitter?
Who does DT? Does DT? Which one is it?
Which one is it?
Damn it, Brian! You wrote. I told you to write it down, and
You did not.
Said
I
did.
have the
Oh,
question.
I actually have it open. Does
Uh,
DTK follow? As I said
No.
earlier.
So who does DTK follow?
So
We can confirm right now that DTK does not follow New Scrubs Galaxy.
He does not.
Yet.
Tomorrow. Stay tuned.
yeah, no.
Get on a DTK.
Hey, season goal. Get DTK to follow.
Damn.
Ooh,
we should,
that'd be
I
tight.
we should do a
Across the
gentleman's
galaxy.
wager between all the podcasts.
Now let's do it, Chris Klein.
Chris
You
Klein?
already followed me,
I even thought about it. Like, wait,
Why not?
I can confirm he's seen one of our posts and he laughed about it.
That's fine.
Yeah, but
Well, let's get a follow.
fuck
Follow
off.
us, Klein.
We should do it for Gordo, not Gordo, Karkin.
No, yeah.
Scarca
So,
Look, I could get that done before I leave.
oh, you won already.
No, we already got
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, let's do DTK.
that'd be tight. We'll
I'll speak for straight for the Santos on this one.
yeah, we'll talk about what the
We'll talk about logistics and all that, about what we lose, what we win.
loser pays a kegger.
No,
Last
chill out.
game-
I
last
gotta
home
go.
game-
I gotta
last
go
home game
back
of
to
the
my
season.
delegation.
Hey,
I'm just throwing it out.
There's
to you.
4 of us, 4 of you, right?
Yeah.
We all need new
half.
jerseys.
Oh,
See, that's something I have to bring back. But we'll talk about it. Well, listen on Monday. We'll figure it
all
out.
right, cool. There's some things there you could throw kegger. You know, last
Kegger sounds good.
home game of the season.
Jersey.
You know, they pay for it or
For
jerseys.
Chewy's birthday.
Oh yeah.
We
Oh,
can make it into a holiday.
no. So did you
Chewy
know?
has a
Chewy
double header for his birthday.
We celebrate 4th of July, right?
Yeah.
You know it lands on a Saturday this year.
He
Oh.
has a game on Wednesday, and on
Yeah,
Saturday.
there's one on his birthday on
My
Wednesday,
actual birthday.
and at home, and then there's one on the 4th of July.
Just call the week off already.
I usually get it. I usually ask.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like the whole week
Saturday's
though.
gonna hurt.
The whole week. off.
Monday's gonna hurt.
Damn.
I'm interested to see
and
him on
Tuesday
Sunday,
and
Sunday,
Wednesday.
that recording night
2-day hangover.
after his birthday,
Oh,
after Saturday.
Shit.
Oh.
There's gonna be no episode that
No.
Sunday.
Nah, he was a trooper last year, no?
Oh, he was. Yeah.
We came back and
We
we
came
came
back.
the house.
Yeah.
We did. You did wake up at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Because he slept throughout the day.
I woke up at the fireworks.
Ah, you did. You did.
Yeah.
I was.
Fucking
Yeah.
romantic.
Oh man.
It's my birthday.
Oh my God, you guys remembered.
No, hey, it was cool because I opened the back and Brian's right there and Tony's right there. Oh shit.
Like, hey, what's up? What's up, Chewy?
That's sick. Sounds like at a movie.
Oh, dude. Chewy. Prepare that liver, dude. That's good. That's
Start
gonna be
planning it now.
that's gonna be a good one. 4th of July.
It is
Ooh,
gonna be a good one.
so excited. But you know what sucks?
What's
It'll be a 4th of July, but no fucking launch party, dude.
Damn.
No fucking launch party. Did you hear about that bullshit?
No launch party. this
I
season.
have my reservations with the AFL right now when it comes to these events.
Ooh, that's back-to-back years. Oktoberfest and fucking
October. How the two biggest things that they have going for them? Oktoberfest by far one of the
dope.
best.
That shit was one of my favorite
one of
shit
my
ever.
best events ever.
Hey, shout out
That's
to
what-
Mario because I got my season tickets with him, and because I got them with him, I got the picture with Zlatan.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
That was the best.
That's dope.
Are you going to the Easter egg now?
To the what?
Wait, now or last year?
It's just 2 years ago.
Yeah,
For
you're
the
talking about
Oktoberfest.
Anyways, you're saying
Yeah. So Oktoberfest 2 years ago. I don't know if you got.
Yeah,
yeah.
that was
one
dope,
of the
dude.
best events.
It was.
If not the best event.
Yeah, I think it was. I
And this
loved
year,
it.
I didn't go to it. Was the movie?
I didn't go to
Did
it.
anyone go
Yeah,
to
I
it?
completely missed it, man.
Did you go to it?
Nah,
No,
I
like
was.
because everyone was. Why are you gonna replace? Because it felt like a replacement.
Yeah.
And now you're not gonna do the jersey launch. Like I get it. You're not gonna the Adidas, the MLS is running it.
Yeah.
At least have
Do
something, for
something.
your fans.
A rally.
At least have something for your fans
Yes.
prior
Yeah.
to the. I
And
don't
hell
care if
yeah.
there's no jersey.
Yeah.
It
You
is
know,
what it is.
dude, just take away the whole jersey aspect. Present the team.
Yeah, we
That's
know. To be fair, we know what the jersey looks like at least a week before the jersey
Yeah,
comes
yeah,
out.
yeah.
So
Well,
we're
we
fair.
now we know we
Now-
already know what it looks
Yeah.
like.
Now, are we talking about official news or like sources?
What?
What?
That there's no launch party.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, it's
official.
official.
It's a launch
But
party.
that there's no like official like.
Nah.
No. We
That-
were
Official.
Okay, okay.
We were told at the futsal.
What I'm asking is,
Told at the futsal event.
what I'm asking is, are they not gonna do an event like they've been doing, or they're just
No,
not
well, I guess the
at
way they're-
all gonna present?
What they're doing is
jersey?
the February 8th.
The barbecue
yeah.
training.
Huh?
Oh yeah, February.
Whatever.
Okay,
whatever
so
that is.
so what it could be that they'll present the jersey to us. They've been going over the top with that event that we've been having at the fucking Noble. That's
It's
They
dope
make-
though.
But they make their,
everybody
they
enjoys
make,
that.
their- but they
Everybody
make their
enjoys
they
that.
make their money. They don't lower the prices on drinks there.
Nothing.
Yeah, so dude, they should have just done the same shit.
And people buy the jersey there too.
Yeah, people buy the jersey. Yeah, we don't get free
Yeah.
parking. There's
Free parking. There's-
Listen, it is what it is.
There's
The,
jerseys
I don't know. It's
for sale.
downtown LA. I
the
get free parking.
FO, the
downtown.
FO dropping the ball when it comes to these
Yeah.
events.
yeah, I know.
Speaking of
We got-
February 8th,
Wait, what's happening? Oh yeah, so well, I guess they're replacing it with the February 8th event,
Feels
which
like
is
it.
gonna be the first time we get to see the safe standing, and they're gonna train right at the in the stadium.
Yeah,
I think.
I don't know if it's in the stadium or
but
not.
there's a training supposed.
Oh, there's a training of some sort and a barbecue.
Barbecue open house apparently too. They're trying to include the open house.
Yeah, it's all these one things at once.
Personally,
We'll see how it is. Hopefully, it's cool. And
From
we
what
forget
it
about
sounds, I personally prefer that than the
Fuck
Noble
no.
thing.
You weren't there last year.
Nah.
That's what happened.
Sorry if I was in Europe.
Yeah, I know. Sucks for you.
Fuck you up.
Like most of the play, I gotta
I don't
talk
know.
to
You got to see a jersey. I got to see Messi. You know.
That's okay.
you did. Fuck.
That's
Jelly.
sick.
Still weren't there.
And it was a classico, right?
You
Yeah,
get to-
that's when we booed the shit out of Gio, no?
Yes.
Ooh.
That's what that
See?
awkward picture was
We got to
taken.
boo Gio.
I watched it live.
Sup?
You know, it's like I was there. I booed him from fucking somewhere in Barcelona.
Nice.
The DJ was fucking.
Oh yeah.
That was dope.
That
man.
shit was tight. If I was coming back from a bar, it was like 5 o'clock in the morning. I was like, oh shit, they're live. I booed him too. I booed him too.
All drunk.
Yeah.
The only problem with that event was Rob Stone. No personality ass. How do you
I'd
get
rather,
him?
have, I'd rather have what's his face do it. Totino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody but Rob Stone.
No, dude,
He's like
just get a Saturn. Just get a fucking
German. German should have done it.
It's cool.
He's not doing anything.
Yeah,
anymore
he's
when it
not.
comes to Galaxy, right?
But I mean,
Shout out to
why not
German.
get him for that?
Yeah.
He's good enough for that.
Yeah, Rob Stone is like one of those guys that walks into a party and is like still says, "Let's raise the roof."
Yeah,
you know?
he reminds me of an older Taylor Twellman. They rub me off the wrong way. Fuck Taylor Twellman.
Oh, 12 man.
Hey, fool, he's had concussions. Come on, pobrecito.
Who?
Taylor Twellman.
You could tell by the way he
Yeah,
talks.
that's what I'm
By the
saying.
way he analyzes soccer.
Yeah, the hell up, fool, you know. It's
My
hard.
bad.
It's hard to understand them with Velas. You know.
It's accurate. It's accurate.
On his tonsils and all.
Oh man. So, anyways, so that's gonna happen. Hopefully, that shit is dope. I'm pretty sure. I mean, the Galaxy family's gonna be there, so we're gonna have a good time either way.
Yeah, of course.
We're gonna get the same amount of drunk. We're not gonna spend as much money. I guess there's that, right?
That's true.
Yeah. And worst comes to worst, down the street after party, pescador.
No, fuck that. Nope.
No more. You retired, pescador.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm glad to say I never went to Pescador for an after game. After
You know,
party.
I went once, and it seemed like I was painted because I couldn't get no fucking service in that. Dude.
Damn.
I was literally at the bar.
Oh, yeah.
It got
Yelling
to
at
the
the
point where I was
bartender?
like leaning over, like I'm next, and she just wouldn't.
Like,
help
nah,
me,
you're
bro.
not.
The worst service.
You
of
weren't
my
at the
life.
launch party? Nope.
No.
Yeah, go get one in Barcelona. You see what happens?
Man. Conversation for a different day.
Yeah. I've been there like twice, I think. And
Barcelona?
yeah. No.
Shit. Damn, nice.
I've been there once. I can say that. Yeah, pescador twice.
I've been there a shitload.
I know you
Yeah, I
have.
know, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
God, fuck.
I seen your picture on the wall.
That's not. Yeah, it's not just Galaxy related. It's work related too.
Oh, okay. No, I'm talking about
No, I'm
Galaxy
talking about
related.
Galaxy after parties.
Oh no, I've only been there like twice. I haven't been there that many times.
It's lit up in there.
Fuck
Yeah.
that. Nope.
Yeah.
It's a shit.
If you listen to this and you plan to go there, I hope just don't drive.
Yeah,
Just
don't
put
drive.
it that way.
Please don't drive.
Yeah, don't drive.
Don't do that.
Fuck it. Well, no Jersey launch party again. But there's gonna be another jersey that we just saw.
Ooh.
The Mitchell and S's.
Ooh.
Sis, or however the fuck
Ooh.
you would.
Break it down for people that don't know.
So
break it
Mitchell
down.
and S makes classic jerseys. Most popular is NBA.
Mhm.
Little pricey. Some heavy ass material, the good kind.
The good
You
material.
know, the one that's not gonna. What's going on? Oh, Chew has it on the screen.
Yeah.
I'm tripping out. Anyways, the good kind, not those downtown LA printed on jerseys.
Like the one you have on.
Hey,
Nah,
that's
that's a
Hey, hold on.
Yeah,
Hold on.
jersey.
We'll get to our thoughts about that about this jersey.
okay. Well, anyways, so this year they're gonna make jerseys for all the original teams, plus because they felt left out, fucking Portland, Seattle, and
Vancouver.
Vancouver. Bastards.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't get those. That's
I mean,
the one I
if
don't
they
get.
have if they have the history, why not?
Yeah,
But it's the league's 25th. It's not theirs.
that's accurate.
That's the argument. You know, they're gonna make 25th MLS season logos. They're gonna,
I get you. I don't agree with it.
yeah.
But they gotta make their
have my
owners
opinion.
happy too. The MLS is
Yeah.
smart.
Well, yeah, they bring in money, so I guess there's that.
Yep.
Eh.
Thoughts about it?
I mean, I think it's dope. They're
they
gonna
gotta
release
give 'em
some.
something, right? I mean, the MLS Cup has gone through Cascadia for the last what now?
Portland,
7
Seattle.
seasons.
Oh shit.
So
Portland,
With
Seattle.
the exception with Toronto.
they're not part of Cascadia,
No, he's
No,
saying
no,
with
with
the
the
Yeah,
exception of
that's
Toronto.
their shit.
but they played against who?
Oh yeah, they did play against Seattle. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you gotta give them something.
So
too.
yeah, that's a cool little shout out.
Yeah,
I
but it
guess.
still doesn't mean to
Yeah.
be included into 25th anniversary.
Fuck it, they make a Chivas USA jersey for
No, my man.
for
That's an argument.
yeah for
Come on,
Lelos.
man.
Or
They gotta
I
erase
gotta give
that-
I gotta give credit though.
They gotta erase that
Corner of the
history.
Galaxy brought up this too. A Miami Fusion jersey.
That's
That would've
sick.
been dope.
The old school ones that are no longer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's sick.
that would have been tight.
That's sick.
Like original jerseys or caps.
Like instead of sporting KC, it'd be
The
Ooh,
Wiz.
the Wiz.
Yeah.
Aside from the
The
Galaxy
Kansas
one,
City
that
Wiz.
shit is fucking
That's
hard.
sick. If they have like
We
the
don't know,
French
though.
one, that'd be sick.
We
Like,
don't know if they're gonna do that though, right?
That'd be dope.
We don't know what they're gonna do yet for the other teams.
I assume. I mean, from what we saw, the '96.
the Metro Stars.
Ooh, the New York.
The crew, bro. That's
Oh, the old school crew one. Dallas
That's-
Burns
that's
with the
pretty
little horse
good.
on it with the,
The
fire
crew's not
theme.
too far away from what it is now.
What are you talking? Their logo? Come on, it's a soccer ball compared to you know, so compared to a crew.
So yeah, so apparently they're making a '96 one, kind of like the one I'm wearing, but not
Shut off. Modelo.
not a printed one. I mean, if it's like Mitchell Ness, it's gonna be all patches, gonna be heavy as fuck.
Should be legit.
Yeah.
I like a couple of details you can see on it. It has like a little tag in the bottom. It says founding club, and it has the stars I thought that was pretty cool.
To be honest with you, this is one of the Mitchell Ness is something that I'll just frame. I wouldn't wear it. I'd rather wear the Retros y Rarezas one.
Well, if you're gonna pay like $150 for a jersey,
No, it's just one you mentioned it's heavy. Mitchell Ness it's good quality. That's dope, but I wouldn't see myself wearing it. Two, I don't like the black side of the material where it looks like those shorts where you used
Like
to
mesh,
rock back in the
right?
days, the
Yeah.
and one shorts that you could see not for me.
Yeah.
But the patch is sick. It's one of those things that you get, but it's something that I might just have them sign on the side or something.
Yeah,
smart man.
when you guys when you showed me, I had the same thing about this one. I'm not sure, just because it's a picture, but like this past year, I didn't really like the pictures of the Earth Day jerseys.
The baby blue one.
Yeah, until I saw it in person and I got it on the spot. I was like,
Yeah, see, that's
damn,
one of
this
my
shit
things
is
That's
too.
fair. That's fair.
Like I want to
But-
see that in person just to see if.
But
I
like
could
for example, like
mess with it.
these, if they come out with a white one, I don't care how heavy it is. You can't fuck up the white one that much. So I would get two. I would either put Kobe Jones or the Brody and have the other one just like that.
That'd be sick.
But it's not gonna end that jersey. Remember, right before we went on, I was looking at Laker gear because fuck the Clippers.
Come on.
I'm excited for everything else they might come out with. I mean, hopefully it doesn't end with just jerseys.
If they do a line, it'd be dope.
I'm going after jerseys.
I'm definitely going after
I'm
jerseys.
going after jerseys. The cost of these jerseys, I'm going after jerseys first. Then worry about the only jacket that I've wanted more than a jersey is the one that you got.
You're the one sitting over there.
Yeah, the one.
The
you seen over
5-star.
The
Ooh.
an- the
Fuck
anthem-
you. That's the jacket that I want.
The
That's
the jacket we all
with the
wanted.
Adidas on the side.
Yo,
I tried like 7 times to
This
go
will
see
went
if they had
like
a
2 hours
medium.
before a game or something like
Yeah.
that.
I heard
that.
they
Really?
He got
This
it.
one
Oh,
had one.
yeah, he had
We
one.
had one.
I didn't like it.
I yelled at Chewy across the fucking store.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't like
The
it.
way that you return or the way that he returns it? Not really.
Which policy did you use?
No,
Dude, the
honestly, that was one of the best jackets that they've done.
Oh, design-wise, yeah.
Design-wise,
They didn't like the material.
it is what it is.
Dude, the closest I got was when I went after a game because they were 20% off and some guy had it in his hand. And his wife was like, well, if you don't get it, he's going to get it. He looked at me and like,
Fuck
nah.
this guy.
Yeah.
He got it just like, fuck
I
you.
was just waiting because he was, he was making the decision. The girlfriend was already nagging him like, are you going to get it? If not, so he can get
He
it.
was able to feel your anxiety, dude. Like,
And then he just like looked at me. And he just like said something to his girl and they just walked away. I was like,
Fucking ass. That's a dick move.
oh man, but yeah, that jacket actually, I didn't get it the first day because it came out the first day, and that just
none
sold
of us
out.
got it.
And then I
didn't
heard,
I didn't think it would be like
I
that.
heard a buzz. I got there and I heard a buzz. I was supposed to tailgate that day. I remember. I heard a buzz like, "Hey, the jackets came out again." And I was like, "Really?" I was like, "Fuck it, I'll take my chance."
Fuck you.
And I went inside, and he went inside with me, and I got one of my size, and then somebody put one down, and like, hey, "What size is this?" And I grabbed it, and like, "Joey!" I yelled across the store. Yeah,
Just for him to return it.
just for him to return it.
No, I got the other one. I exchanged it.
No,
yeah,
Chewy.
well, the one that you can still get online.
Which one?
I don't know, for some basic blue one.
You can go online and still see it.
Yeah.
You know, on the Mitchell and Ness subject, their sweaters are fucking sick. The one that has the Los Angeles and the Mitchell and Ness, you
Yes,
can rarely
yes.
find it.
Yes. You know what? I feel they're gonna make a lot of shit like that. Those 1-2 thread pants.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the jacket that our MLS guys wears?
No.
Oh, yeah.
It's white. It's white.
Oh,
With the
that white one.
silver-
Yeah, I did
with
see
the
that
silver
one.
I
lining.
didn't pay
haven't
attention
seen
to
that.
it.
I just
Pretty good.
Eh.
But the fact that it's white, I have
Yeah.
one white Galaxy sweater and I never use
I
it.
admire
Yeah,
them.
no, I don't like the. I have a white one and a gray one.
Never use it.
Yeah, I admire and I like them, but yeah, I never go for white because I'll never wear it.
Yeah.
Nah, I needed
fucking
that.
ketchup.
I needed that 5-star one. I was thinking about getting one online. The cheapest one I found, my sister was like $250, and I was like, man,
What?
Oh, no.
For that blue one?
delete.
Ah,
No,
Pouring you
thank
to China.
ah.
Not me.
That
This
we
is
should-
not me.
Nah, that's it.
My
Man,
social
fuck
credit is gonna be
that.
good.
That's it. Google's onto us, so
Yeah.
fuck that. We know whose side she's on. Hey, you got some questions for us, Brian?
I do.
All right, let's do it. Let's do that before we get to the
To the main event.
main event.
Are you gonna question? My bad. I don't know how it
Go
flows.
ahead,
Are you
go
gonna ask the question of the main event right now, or are you just gonna skip over them?
You should leave those at the end.
Yeah, skip over those.
Over the main event questions?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll go with the regular questions first.
Leave those at the end, and then
We'll do regular questions first, right?
yes.
Sweet. First question from Logan Jones. Do you think we are going way too fast for our DP slot? I think we should wait for the summer. What do you guys think?
Yes. I thought it would be a good idea to kind of wait after the CBA, unless they have some insight. I was petitioning amongst ourselves for Christian Namath, something like that.
Yeah, I
Hey,
would have taken
You
that
know,
too.
Hey,
go
bro,
after
hey-
somebody like Ola Kamara was when he came over here, something like that.
Somebody that's already in the league.
But I guess
Those-
they kind of did that with Katai already.
Yeah.
So it's not like they haven't been trying.
Yeah.
But there's certain players you can't pass up on. If they're available, money makes sense.
I think this is one you can pass up on. But yeah, I think it's a little too fast. I agree with Spenny, although you should have saved that question to the end because the guy that we're going to talk about, there's assumptions to it, and I'll go back to that question when we start talking about
All right,
it.
cool.
So I think it is a little too fast.
So my only thing without touching the other,
Oh, you going to touch him?
I will. I would say to his point, to Spenny's point, have a backup,
Yeah.
just so we're not clearing Ethan Zubak to be our starter.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It's going to light the world on fire, bro.
Hey, man. Cuello started a season opener.
Yeah. You got a lot more minutes after that.
So
didn't he?
people out there thinking that's no way that's going to happen.
It happens.
You know?
It
It
happens.
does happen.
And whoever saw that game can tell that boy was starstruck.
Oh, yeah.
Moment was
He
way
did
too
well
big for him.
preseason. He did well. Everything was fine.
absolutely.
And then once he got there,
Once
It
this,
got real. It was like-
yeah,
Yeah.
once it got real, it was, it was something else. Yeah, he did well against Toronto. I remember that.
Deer headlights. All right, next one. More of a statement. Hashtag no to Chicharito.
Hey,
From
do
Joey
you not
Mousebag.
listen?
Damn, fool.
Well, dude, whatever. Fuck that.
that's all they want to know.
That's all. That's all the questions. I said all the questions. That's all of what it's about. The main event.
Fuck it.
There's literally nothing without.
There's nothing without.
All right,
Well,
cool.
fuck it. Let's go.
All right, let's go for it. Then.
There was a question about the other two guys at
But it
Castillo.
involves them too.
Castillo and
Everything's around the main event.
All right, transfer news,
Da-da-da.
rumors, aspirations, nays.
Way to suck the
Pros and
energy out of the
cons.
room, Brian.
Yep, all of them are. Yep.
He's still on it.
Yeah, no.
I'm
bro.
just making sure. I want to make sure. I want
Most
to make
questions
sure.
we ever gotten, it's all.
All right, so before we get like really into that, let's look at our roster. Right, we have a few missing pieces. We do obviously at the number 9, but I think our midfield is solidified. Right, I think we're still gonna keep the 3
Easy.
center mids. If anything, you get a better 10, an attacking 10 instead of a defensive minded 10. What we got in Legit, Jonah, and Corona. Our wings are set. Our 7 and 11 is set. Right,
Yep.
Katai should take up that right. Pavon is gonna destroy that left.
Now,
As far as
what do you guys think? You're talking about the middle. So what do you guys think about the middle as far as like the drop off? So what of these guys gets injured international duty, right? Do you feel like it's going to be more of a rotation? Let's say just for example, Katai
Uh-huh.
goes down. He's playing on the right hypothetically. Are you going to push? You guys feel like we're going to push legit and then Kleshtin comes in and fills in? Or like a Perry Kitchen comes in and we move Jonah?
No, you forget that we also have Araujo. Araujo's not a defender. We made him into a defender.
we also we're not done. I mean, GBS is gonna get more midfielders. His substitutions were clinical every game in the middle. That's where his subs, unless he got an injury or a red card or that on defense, he never took out the forwards or defenders. It was always in the midfield, and it was always left, middle, and right. So we're gonna get more midfielders. Carrasco played for us. Kitchen played for us. All the midfielders, even Juninho, played for us. All the midfielders on the roster played. So we're gonna get more midfielders. We went all season last year with one forward. Zubak don't count. So
Poor Zubak.
and then we went the whole season pretty much without a right mid.
People really think Zubak is going to do something, huh?
No, I know. I've had this.
What?
Yeah,
no,
there is
there's-
people that feel that Zubak is gonna have a breakout year this season.
It's just not there, dude.
My man didn't get minutes behind an aging 38-year-old that really didn't care about shit towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
And when-
Even
it-
then, they're like, nope, get your ass out of there. Get your
Yeah.
ass over here.
and when he got suspended, they
Yeah.
played with the middle on top.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they played Antuna on top.
Yeah, there's no way this kid
It's just
live in the G2.
It's
that's
one of
it.
the problems I have with the MLS and the Galaxy and like their marketing too. Like, well, I mean, they don't push him hard, but they push him to people to make you think that he's like gonna be these guys are gonna be breakout stars. Like, I've had problems with players in the past, dude. Your Rafa Garcias, your Zubaks, obviously, your Villarreals. Like, they'll have even they've had like a
You
know,
just mentioned 2 out of 3 world champions, by the way.
yeah, but they're not very vital. They'll have. I was about to say that they'll have like a flash in the pan. Like Villarreal had that one fucking golazo, but
Against
playoffs.
it's somewhere in Canada.
Yeah, no.
Vancouver.
No, it was in the playoffs.
Montreal or Vancouver?
was
No, it
a
was Montreal,
playoff.
Vancouver from the left hand.
Yeah. And then everyone's like, "Oh my god!" But I'm like, "Dude, this kid ain't shit."
I mean, it was a
You
banger.
know,
though.
relax.
And I think we always say they're good, but they're not Galaxy good.
Yeah.
Or at least
McBee-
MLS good.
McBee-
No, no. Rafa Garcia, I think he could find himself in a spot
Where?
anywhere in the MLS on a Colorado team.
He's in USL. He's been in.
Yeah,
USL.
he got Player of the Year in the USL.
Wow. That's
That's still something.
This
And
tells you what-
listen, and I'm
Thanks
one
for
of
that,
his
George.
biggest hater. I'm one of his biggest haters.
Yeah,
But
him
there's
too.
players like that Colorado, fucking
How you like them as a defender?
Dallas. Rafa, I think I'm over Perry Kitchen. Cheaper.
Oh, I don't know about that
Oh
one.
yeah,
Cheaper?
you get into all that.
Cheaper.
No, but to your argument, no, yeah, you're kind of right because
I
one
was
of
talking
my
about it as a right
one
back
of-
because he played right back. For
He
us.
did play right back, and I don't think he did that bad at right back. To be honest,
He did better
Honestly-
than Jassy Sardes.
hell yeah.
Hey, chill. No, I have him there. I have him where De Jong plays. Rafa. He's an enforcer. He's like 4'2", but fool's big.
well, to your argument about not being Galaxy good, like one of my I think like players that I fucking despised was Hector Jimenez, dude.
I know.
Oh my!
Look at him.
God. I know. Look at he's like he
didn't
scored
score-
on us.
He didn't score for 5 seasons until he played the Galaxy
Was a
in
piece of
Columbus this past
With
season.
Columbus, yeah.
Yeah.
5 seasons, fool.
Fucking dick.
He didn't score. They said it on
It
the
was,
broadcast.
it was still deflection. I don't
And
think
it was
he
a
Still
should
true
be.
go. It still goes on the score
I
sheet.
know,
That's he's scoring
what
on
a
us.
piece of shit. Yeah, but back to Zubac. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just another one of those guys gonna
I
fall
don't
in that
see it.
category.
Fight, argue with me on Twitter. I don't see it.
Yeah.
Zubac's trash.
Yeah, same here. He's Jack McBean to me.
If we're talking about,
If anything, Jack McBean had more for him because he could body
Well, no,
someone,
but the
hold
thing
the
is, Jack
ball. and
McBean played years ago. I
Yeah.
think it's even if it was 5 years ago, it was differently. So
That's true.
he's Jack McBean.
I see.
They're
100%.
cousins or something.
probably.
Yeah. So
I just don't see it. On defense, well, we're still missing backups, really, right?
We're
We
missing
got a
the
left-
whole line.
We
Well,
got a
not
left
just the center
back.
backs,
We
I
got a
guess.
left back.
Yeah.
We have like 3 left backs. That
Yeah,
shit's
we got
crazy.
Shavik
Danilo,
starting.
Danilo Costa, and then the new guy
Shavik and,
Insua.
Insua.
Insua. In the middle, you got Sturridge that got re-signed and People, right?
Yeah.
People still ours.
Yeah.
And on the right, you still got
Felcher.
your starting
Araujo.
and your backup, depending who you talk to.
Araujo's your starter. Araujo's my starter.
I completely agree. It's just
Araujo's my
There's
starter.
people
I
that-
I
rather-
give
think that-
Felcher the biggest shit ever, and he's our starter.
see what I'm saying?
Because you want him
Depending who
there,
you
or
ask.
No,
because that's what's
100%.
gonna
I
be
don't.
there?
100%. I don't want. I want him as a. I just don't think Araujo is. And it comes with time. It comes with time. You have. I'm not saying don't play Araujo. Araujo needs those minutes
Yeah.
to mentally develop. If we're going to use him as a defender, but I think Felcher right now has a more of a defensive mindset than Araujo, and it's not big. And I could tell you how much of a drop off we have when it comes to defense.
I completely disagree with the last statement you said about Felcher.
Yeah, because I feel
Watching Felcher, man, he just doesn't cover angles right. He's an athlete that relies on his athleticism to recover. When if you had a football mind, you can shut down lanes, you can shut down passes. It's so easily.
Now he doesn't have one, and sadly he doesn't have that because I think GBS wants him to do things that he's not meant to do, which is not his fault. He tries to do them, but tracking back is his weakest point. I've always called him out on a fast counter break. Felcher's our weakest side. I don't care. I don't care if Shavik's on the left. I don't care who's on the left.
Yeah.
It could be Emma Boateng on the left when he was with us. I don't care. Felcher is our weakest point because he's being asked to do something that's not meant for him. That's why I mentioned defensively, if he stayed back and doesn't need to track back, Felcher's a good defender.
That's
but
not
sadly,
the GBS way.
But that's not the GBS. That's not what GBS wants him to do. But Araujo is phenomenal going forward. He's smart going forward. He could do it going forward, but I don't think that he has a defensive mindset yet. So I'm saying, as a starter, Felcher's our starter, but we have to be smart with what we ask of him, but also putting Araujo in with expectations of learning of a defensive mindset, but not to lose his tracking forward.
How dare you come to this podcast and drop that on us? Embarrass us here.
I disagree.
No, but you know what?
No, yeah, because I feel it's the opposite.
Yeah.
I feel it's the total opposite. I feel that Araujo's a way better defender than what Felcher is.
No. Actually, no.
Yeah, and the only reason why it might not seem like that is because
Look,
of the
in
physical aspect
in
of
the
him. Because
sense-
Araujo's smaller.
Because Felcher doesn't use his body well when it comes to being.
He doesn't. He gets
I
punked
see
by
it
little
more.
dude.
I see it more of the understanding of the game. So for one thing that George touched on is like how Felcher doesn't know how to track back on counters. We're in the MLS. Half of the teams run on counters.
100%.
And that's a horrible way to look at a defender that you think should start. My comment was towards Araujo being able to cover those angles perfectly fine, to where he's too afraid to like look bad that he does his job so well on those counters.
Name me Araujo's best defensive game last year.
Name me his worst.
No. I know
Name me a
his best.
bad
I know
game.
his best defensive game.
But name me a bad game.
Tráfico 1, right?
Tráfico won, but where
Yeah.
did he play?
Yeah, right mid.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
didn't play it. He didn't play
Yeah.
back.
He's absolutely right.
But why was he doing that? We had no right mid, and they put him with who?
With Felcher. And
So
told
he can-
Felcher, stay your ass
so
back
he can
there.
do what? And if you
Felcher
go
did
back,
what?
if you go
They
back,
did well.
Okay, but that's him. He was covering that mid and covering those angles, so he wouldn't get overlapped, so he wouldn't get that ball over the top. If you go back and look at a lot of Felcher's mistakes, they're on counters where he just got beat on his side with the ball over the top because he tucked in too much instead of staying in his lane.
Felcher's downfall is the fact that he follows the ball and not the player. So the people behind him make the runs. That's the biggest downfall.
exactly what I'm saying. He tucked in too much, where he got put over the top.
Listen, we could agree to disagree. My thing is that Felcher, and I'm one of his biggest haters. You could ask Massa. I wish Massa was here because he tell
He
you like
defends him to death, yeah.
He loves Felcher. And me and Massa would always go at it on the pod, and I tell him Felcher's trash. He needs to get the fuck out. We need to get rid of him. Blah 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 blah.
I like his effort.
But I think he's not a bad player, but he's not
Yeah.
designed for what we want.
Right.
And I don't understand why he's still on the squad, knowing what we want.
Well, to touch on that, why he's in the squad is it's definitely Price, and I have nothing against looking for somebody else and him moving to the bench because his price isn't that high,
No,
and then he could be a good rotation player at the end
And
of the day.
also-
You know, in like in long weeks, you know, like
We
fucking-
also haven't seen how GBS is going to line up this squad because at first when
Yeah,
people
yeah.
first came
Yeah.
here, he was a right back.
Yeah.
If people was a right back, I don't know, but I think they have a tendency to
Came in
saying
as a
you come
sub,
here,
you
you
know.
come here, you do this. So I think we have 3 left backs, but I wouldn't be surprised to see one of those come in and be on the right.
Oh,
not only
so
not
you-
only that too, but what he was touching on, Araujo's just got called up to the senior team.
Yep.
Look what happened with Efrain Alvarez this past season with the U17 World Cup. He missed like 12 games where he wasn't available because of that. And then this is a World Cup qualifying year. So if Araujo makes that senior squad or makes a bench, he's gonna be out for us.
Nah, he's gonna be here because it's just because they're playing here.
I
That's
doubt
all.
he makes
yeah.
a senior squad
Yeah.
for qualifiers.
I think he should make a squad in general for the national team.
Yeah,
Whether it's a
call
senior
him, call
squad
him, and yeah,
or the
he's a talented kid.
U19 or the U20 because he's
No,
Yeah,
no,
he's-
no. But for the
talented.
men's
17.
national, I don't think that he'll be
Yeah.
called up for a
Yeah,
qualifier.
But
Well,
I think it's a necessary thing for him to go, just like Efrain Alvarez, to get that international experience, to where he's not just competing with the same.
Yeah, it's free
competition
minutes
with
for
him.
us that he
Well,
wasn't
yeah.
here.
Well, for Efra's case, when it was in his best interest for him to leave because he wasn't doing shit for us. If anything, we were doubting him and we were looking at Araujo like, damn, we thought Efra was doing it,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
Araujo's
Araujo,
really
yeah.
it.
This
And
kid,
then
yeah.
Efra left, and then he killed it with the Mexico. So I think it was in his best interest to
Yeah.
leave. So we'll see.
Felcher
It's gonna be good.
signing makes sense.
Yeah,
But
but
just like I said, depending who you talk to.
Nah, but see, this is the
when
thing
it's-
too. Felcher takes up another international slot that we could have easily brought an American player
That we
to-
traded for.
to play the same
That-
what Felcher does,
that
and probably
true.
even better.
yep.
Name me one U.S. player that you know that we can get for that cheap that can run the same offense that we need to run.
Offense, no, a Felcher on defensive side. on the
not
right side.
not American.
Johnson
but
started.
he-
Not
he-
American.
Sean Franklin.
but he has a green card, and I've been naming this player for a long time. Julian Gressel.
But he's not. Okay,
Sean
that's not
Franklin.
gonna happen, man.
Sean Franklin.
Sean Franklin doesn't have a team.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, there's a
player.
reason for that.
Yeah.
Hey, he won. Yeah,
I don't think that he's a bad. I don't think he's a bad defensive player.
Rookie player of the year for us.
True.
He could do the same
draft
thing that
two-time-
Felcher does. Maybe even
Same
better.
thing. And without the
Without the
international
international
spot.
side. That's one of the things too that having Felcher here. I mean, why?
I don't think we need to go older.
Would you guys be opposed to giving Araujo rotation time with probably Katai as a midfield?
No, not at all.
No.
I think
Nah, I don't
Araujo is going to be bouncing back and forth between the midfield and defense.
And
I
could
don't
also
care who
see. I
starts
could
out
also
of
see
this.
different strategies. I could see Katai moving into the center too,
Yeah,
depending
Having-
on who
having
you
play a 10, maybe?
yeah,
Depending who you
who
push to the
playing
right.
and who you're playing, and who our forward ends up being.
yeah.
If Jonah gets called up, put Katai in the midfield and
Yeah.
push up Araujo,
See,
I can see that.
see that's what I was trying to.
Legit would get called up.
Legit
Oh,
will get called up
Legit
too. And then we put in Perry Kitchen, and then we put up Corona up top.
No love for Corona. Corona gonna get called up too. I got you, Corona. To El Salvador, for he's Salvadorian too. Aren't they qualifying?
Don't look at me. That's not a me question. That's,
To Sunday league. Oh shit! What about goalkeepers? You guys are good on goalkeepers.
I'm good with Ben.
I'm fine.
Fuck yeah.
Where's Angel?
I mean,
you know what? I can't believe at first like, well, we don't give Lamson a try. We don't do this. We don't do that. And then Lamson had a try. But like, oh fuck, we got David Bingham, huh?
Lamson is so trash. I mean, he's a great guy.
I'm not
obviously.
worried. I'm not worried about it. At the end of the day, we just need to get a better defense over the goalie.
Yeah.
I think that's what made him look bad. His
when
defense made him look bad.
when they
It wasn't
signed-
even him.
When they signed Bingham, you know, I already knew who Bingham was because he played for the Earthquakes, and I was happy every time we played the Earthquakes because he was on the team. You know, just same problems that he had in San Jose, he had with us, where sometimes he couldn't, you know, follow the ball correctly or clear it correctly, you know, which is things that helped us, and obviously things that hurt us this season. But he got better at it,
No, yeah.
and if he improves again, he had the most saves with a 59 goal giving.
Yeah.
Did he get like the best saves or like the best something of the year?
Hit the most saves.
Yeah. So should we save percentage off face?
Hammer himself this
One of the random ass ESPN facts.
But see, this is
Plus-
another thing. Like a lot of people give him shit, right? Who would you bring in to replace him then?
No,
Is there anybody?
Keylor Navas.
I mean, hell yeah, I would want him. Hell yeah, I would
I
want
know
him.
you do.
100%.
I know you do.
Kaylor Navas here will be. Woo.
Nah,
know
but
you do.
If we don't get anyone homegrown, but anyone homegrown that's worth taking a spot is worth the money.
Right.
The kid from FC Dallas.
Oh,
What's it?
Jesse.
Yeah. Also,
Hell yeah,
that's the same.
Blake
That's the
from
name.
Philadelphia.
Yeah,
He's
Is
going.
he-
Luis
Is he
Robles
Jamaican?
could have been one of
Is
the guys
he
too.
is
to bring
he
in.
from here?
he's Jamaican, but I think he is
Nationalized here?
nationalized.
Yeah. See, like anyone worth US, we're gonna have to pay for.
Yeah, true. It's that MLS type thing. How they're so valuable because of their
Yeah.
fucking. Damn it.
I brought this up on Monday. I want to know what your guys take. What do you guys think about who's the leader in the back right now?
The leader in the back.
Yeah, because we have to have something.
I couldn't tell you who's the leader, but I think who should be the leader is
Mhm.
people, experience wise. Should be. Doesn't matter how long he's been here, is what he's been through and where he's been. National teams, World Cups. I assume World Cups. I think
It's
World
something that'll have to develop
Cups.
during
Yeah,
the preseason.
naturally. But I'm saying should be.
Who is the leader now?
From what I saw last year, the only person that I saw actually like holding people accountable
Was Bingham
was,
to me?
Polenta.
was
Oh,
Polenta and
Polenta.
Stairs. Stairs was actually screaming at people to where
That's
I
who
was
I
like,
want to see.
to where I was like, "What? Fool, shut up." You know? So,
No, to me, I want to see Stairs do it.
Yeah.
I would think it should be a natural progression for him compared to how long he's been in the team, all the BS that he went through. Because at the end of the day, everything that happened to us as fans happened to him as a professional. You know, he went through what, 5 coaches
Yeah.
last 3 seasons. You know,
He survived all of them.
he survived 5 coaches, all these roster changes. You know, all these.
Robbie, you were so close.
You know, so I think for him it should be a natural progression.
It should be. Doesn't mean it's gonna happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we should have beat LAFC in the playoffs last season.
Why you gotta bring all that up?
Yeah, no, why you gotta bring a post it? The fuck?
What about you two?
Who I think should be?
Who's gonna be? I think was the question, right?
Who do you think should be, or who is the cat? Who do you think is right now, and who do you think should be?
I think who should be, it should be Bingham. He's the one that sees everything he sees the whole field from the back. It should be an easier transition for him to be the vocal leader back there. Who is? Fuck, I don't know.
If we're only talking about backline, then yeah. But I mean, I think we all agree who our captain is, right?
Fuck, Jonah.
Right, Chewy?
Jonah, bro. There's the.
I saw a question on Twitter that I could bring up when we get to that, but we'll see how.
Well, who do you think it is
All right.
before we get to the
Yeah,
big
go
fucking
ahead.
enchilada?
Oh, who's our captain right now?
Yeah, who do you think it is?
Jonathan Dos Santos.
Yeah.
Jonathan, of
1,000%.
Of course.
Yeah.
What's the question you saw?
We'll get to our main event.
All right.
Oh, fuck. No.
No, they brought up a good point.
All right. So main event time. then.
Main event. So should we go with these questions
Alright,
for
cool,
the main
so-
event?
I think
Or
we'll
no?
cover them. I think we'll
Yeah, I
cover
think
all
we'll
these
cover
questions.
them.
Alright.
So main event time. So biggest
Main
rumor
event.
circulating is a one. Oh, I was gonna use the name. I was gonna make you mad, but
What were
you want to say it?
No, no.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say
Say
it the
it.
way
What were you gonna say?
Chichalowski.
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 Chicharito.
Strongly rumored to be coming here.
Ask the questions that people ask.
Look at
I'm
you.
just saying, look, ask all the questions.
Chewy, turn the
then we'll
page.
go over
You're on your wrong page.
There it is.
You're
Yeah.
on the
You
wrong
know what?
Just ask all
Let's
the
ask all
questions.
these, and then
All right.
most of them are gonna
Ask
be.
all the
So.
questions. We don't answer one by one. Just ask all of them.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Just gonna ask them all.
Hashtag no to Chicharito. Ese negro. Who do you guys think Plan B is if we don't get Chicharito?
You get those at CBS.
Jose with the numbers 7, 9, 10, 11 up for grabs. Who takes what? Pabon 7, Cheech 9, Katai 10. I don't know.
Keep going.
Same person. Oh no. Ese Negro asks, why is there so many negative thoughts on Chicharito? Ferndog. Chicharito. Ese Negro.
wait,
Another question.
What was the last one?
Chicharito.
Reminds you of Nacho.
Another question. How would we announce Chicharito when he scores? Chicharito.
Que comience la fiesta.
Pee-wee. Heard we are getting 2 strikers. One of them's from Monterrey. And DTK follows him.
Johnson.
Jansen.
Jansen.
Was at the Laker game.
Jansen.
I don't know who that is.
Vincent Jansen.
Netherlands, Dutch.
Another Dutch.
That's all of them?
LA
Basically,
Galaxy.
it's like DTK's family.
Yeah, LA Galaxy outsider. How much y'all think America would buy Jonathan for?
Let's answer that. There was one there.
Wow.
Bro. Let's, you know what? Let's go through and answer that one.
How much America
Would pay for Jonathan? I think they would break the bank for him, though.
Nah.
No, they won't break the bank for him. Hell no.
Honestly,
Maybe
I
like a
honestly
12 mil?
feel- I don't honestly feel
pay
like-
for him like from us?
Yeah. How much y'all think
I
it
don't
would
think there's a
take for
number that
America?
makes sense to either one.
I think he's just gonna weigh out his contract and
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah.
Nah, he'll resign with us.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
It's
We'll
it's a.
agree to disagree.
Is that one of your
I
insiders?
don't want an explanation.
Oh.
It's not an explanation. These
That
are
hurt
actual
him.
facts.
Yeah, okay.
I heard him.
I heard that shit.
I never heard Chewy like that ever.
Damn, Chewy.
I got scared.
And then what was the one before that one?
Chicharito.
The 2 other people that are being linked.
Jansen.
And
I only-
Castillo. I think, right?
Castillo, and then the
Nico
other guy.
Castillo, but that one is dead now.
I thought so.
That's what I thought, too.
He's down on the dumps, right? The Castillo guy. And it's like, we can get him for cheap because, I don't know, he's like doing whack.
As far as that other guy, I think the other guy would be more likely.
Jansen.
Yeah, just because of the.
'Cause he's related
he's
to
Dutch.
DTK and
Other
shit.
Basically,
DTK
DTK's background.
Seriously.
But I'm not too sure.
It's like his clone and shit, right?
As far as backups, man, I checked yesterday and Christian Name is still available.
That's your guy.
That's your man.
Yeah,
I honestly-
I would
dude,
want to go
I'd take
for
him
something
too,
like that,
though.
too, though.
We need somebody, if we're going to go for a backup, we need somebody that's going to, like Katai, somebody that knows the league that's going to be able to come and contribute when he gets his minutes, not adapt to the league while he's on the team,
Yeah.
So if
That-
I throw a
that would-
name out like Bobby Wood, you wouldn't go with that?
As a backup?
If we end up signing a Chicharito?
100%.
Yeah. I'd
That's
take
not
it.
going to happen.
Nah.
You can't get both. We're
Why
talking
not?
about
Well, then
legit
let's get
backups.
Bobby Wood only.
We're talking about legit backups. If we're talking about legit backups, we need another.
What's
Ola
Bobby Wood
Kamara.
doing right now?
Chilling.
He's warming up the left side of the bench, I think.
Hamburg, whatever. I think, right?
Why wouldn't it be a possibility?
Not for because he said he want DP money.
Oh.
We don't know what DP money means yet.
$5.
Oh, true.
UCA. Maybe they even add another DP. You never know.
There was that rumor.
They wouldn't let that happen.
But
to
I
us.
wouldn't wait.
It would be a
Well, there was that rumor like fuck, I should
25-year-old
Yeah,
DP
like-
thing or
like
something
for
like that.
Oh,
DP
yeah, I
yeah.
did see that. I did see that.
Yeah. So.
Pavon's 23.
Oh, what if they know something already? If one falls under the.
And then we could get another DP.
Oh.
I would wait for the summer.
Freak my mind.
Damn, Aguero, here he comes.
I would wait for the summer. But I think we still need somebody like
Nice. Look at the smile that just came on Jersey face.
that. Ola Kamara trade fucked us up, man. 'Cause
Why?
I think he would have flourished clean.
I think so too.
But
But,
Right
then,
now.
but,
We
but,
wouldn't-
then, but then we would never gotten Pavon.
We would have. Okay, but that's different. Yeah, you move. It hurt us in the sense of having a backup, not bringing him back. Like if we would have been able to bring him back instead of DC, I think he would have worked perfect. We need a poacher.
But would you rather have a backup to Zlatan or gotten Pavon?
Oh, Pavon.
That's
I'm
it-
glad we
it is
kept
what it
Pavon
is.
over Jonah. I mean over
Oh,
over,
you heard it? That was
Damn,
the-
Chewy.
We're still damn Chewy. He wants to take. He wants to take it
Nah,
outside.
George. I know you don't watch our show and all, but
All I
dude,
do.
after game 1 of Pavon being here, that became his team. After his first home
Automatically.
game, yeah.
Easy.
The fact of how much he made the team better, it was just
How much you made Fabio better?
it made everybody, dude. Everybody. Zlatan started getting tap-ins instead of having to do bicycle kicks and score.
Tap-ins, you say?
Yeah,
Tap
little
ins, you
tap-ins.
say?
Little tap-ins.
We also posted on
Oh, your
Instagram.
your feelings on the
Yeah,
Chicharito thing, right?
everybody's feelings on the Chicharito.
Oh, man.
Ese Negro says, it's growing on me.
Good for him.
Oh, Popper 87. If they sign him, it'll be one of the biggest wastes of money. Damn.
For who?
For Chicharito.
No, for who? Waste of money for who?
For us, I would think.
Yeah. Chicharito's not gonna waste any money
Who
Maybe.
Who was that?
Maybe in
Who
LA.
asked that question?
in LA.
Old Popper 87.
All right, well, old Popper needs to go look up how much AEG is worth.
Jose.
Chump change.
You know,
Come on, dude.
Jose.
hold on. Before that, I've heard people talking about that's not an argument. You shouldn't be able to talk about other people's money. That's a fucking argument. AEG is worth so much money. This doesn't mean shit to them. So don't come at me with, oh, that's not an argument about, oh, we throw away money. It is what it is. We could do that with the people that own the LA Galaxy.
We're privileged because of that.
Yes.
We could do that.
As
So-
fans, it doesn't cost us anything. It doesn't cost us on ticket prices.
Nope.
It doesn't cost us on concessions.
Yep.
It doesn't cost us on jerseys.
Yep.
If you don't like the player, don't buy his fucking jersey.
Yeah. You wanna
Get a blank one.
You wanna be in the other side and be like, oh, our tickets are so expensive. Yeah, because they got a building to pay.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys change building, fucking sponsor names when you build all the time. It's because we can, because we own our fucking building.
Yeah.
You know, so yes, AEG for life. Homie.
Yeah, dude. AEG, they just bought out
That's
Gio.
how, that's why when it comes to DP money and all this, like, fuck it, give them $100 million. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's not our money. It's not. They don't care about the money. Why should we care about the money?
Just don't give Shelby a
We
million.
just signed Gio to leave and then gave the highest paying contract.
That
just
that
like
is
that.
true.
Damn, for real.
We're not worried about money.
In less than a year, within months.
That's the one argument online that's just like, what is it gonna cost you? Nothing.
Yeah.
It's not costing us shit. And if we want, we can go. DP slots don't fall under anything.
And you're
International
you're more
nothing.
concerned about a company's, an entity's money that they're more concerned. Don't you think they should, don't you think they understand the economics a little bit better?
Yeah,
I think they made billions off of this. So I think you should trust them. It's okay.
Worry about not eating.
After the signing, you're gonna tweet them, hey, y'all doing all right?
Some of y'all here fucking buying jerseys, eating fucking ramen noodles. Worry about somebody else's money. You know,
Don't you talk shit
worry
about
about
ramen.
your
They're
fucking
fucking
money.
Hey, ramen's
Hey,
Ramen is the shit, bro.
I'm triggered now. I feel
Jose,
attacked.
Jose, from Agüero to Suarez to Cavani to Bale, but end up with Cheech.
We need to understand what
I'll take it.
we need to understand what fan made rumors are, and we need to understand what legitimate rumors
Right.
are. And I think Galaxy Twitter and Galaxy social media fans don't understand the difference. Personally,
I think we just all want them to be true. Because I mean,
of course, because we're the
we're the
Galaxy.
Galaxy. That's
We're
why.
the Galaxy,
We're
but
spoiled like
we
that.
need to understand what a fan made rumor is and what a real rumor is.
Right.
The Kun Agüero,
I supported the Suarez one. You know?
Hell yeah, because I
I'm on
wanted
it.
that to be
I'm
true.
on it 100%. But if it's a fan made rumor, and now you're gonna argue to me about a fan made versus a real rumor like Chicha, what are we really arguing?
But honestly, I mean, I feel like sometimes fan pressure at least makes you look at a player like Chicharito as much as insight that they may have had. You know, if we're going to believe those rumors that came out of ESPN and everything like that, they were going to talk to this guy, you know, sometime late next week. And the hype has it now that they're flying out Monday, you know? So,
Well, it went from Tuesday to Monday.
Yeah, but to my point, to my point is like I could sit here and say Cristiano Ronaldo's coming next year.
He is?
Like you get me, like I could say that,
Is that a true
next year,
insight?
and then next year we go out and get we're linked to Kun Agüero. Now people are gonna be like, no, I'd rather go for Cristiano than Kun Agüero, but it's like Kun Agüero's an actual rumor.
Right.
Cristiano Ronaldo was made up here and there, right here.
Yeah.
So I don't think people are balancing up those two equally. That's my number one issue with what's
And
happening.
then they start
right now.
believing themselves. They start piecing it together. Like,
Yeah.
oh, Suarez contract's up in the summer, so yeah, and they start believing it themselves.
Because
I get
we-
it.
And even not just that, oh, people make the rumors. There might be something true to it, there might. But what if the other party said no?
Exactly.
I mean, if they just blatantly were managers were like, no, we don't want to go to the US.
Such a
Like
big
Bale.
thing. Such a big thing of Chicha coming was like, does he want to come? Oh, but I'll take Cavani. Cavani's come out and say I don't want to go to the MLS.
Yeah.
But we're still arguing about Cavani being here, or like, oh, we could have had Cavani. Cavani said he doesn't want to be here.
and you want to talk about wasting money.
There you go.
He just paid his vacation
Yeah.
for a few
real.
years.
All right, next one. 10 million? Damn. Well, if he sucks, we can always sell him to Chivas. Daniel Ortiz.
That's another thing. You got to understand the money.
Chivas sold him.
Yeah, not only that.
And we're
Chivas-
just
No,
watching the video
but
about the
Chivas
Chivas
sold him
thing.
when he was young and everything. Now,
They wouldn't want him back.
back to that news reporter, that pressure that he put on them.
Yeah.
Like, don't you really think like, oh, your fan base wants him back? If he's a bust for us, look what happened to Gio. Mexico took him right back.
Yep.
Mexico took him.
to their dream club.
Yeah, Mexico
And
took
then
him.
and it helps that DTK has a connection to Chivas.
And
too.
what a fairy tale ending story for Chicha to play the last year in Chivas,
Damn.
to retire in Chivas. You get me?
Where
Like
it all started.
we don't
By
think-
losing in the final.
I don't
Fuck
care.
Chivas.
Fuck Chivas.
Eric B. Way too fucking expensive. Again, another
Hashtag not my money.
Not my money.
bird dog.
Uncle Phil's money.
All right, but even to touch on that, even if you're worried about the money, we're not paying him 10 million.
It's
the
a
fee to
fee.
get him.
Paying 10 million for him to come. It's not what he's gonna be getting.
If it was a free fee, people wouldn't be saying anything
Yeah,
because
it
all we're
wouldn't
paying
matter.
is the
Plus,
salary now.
We saved money on getting Pavon on a free fucking loan transfer, man. Shut up.
DTK just helicoptering that eggplant
You know what I'm
emoji
saying?
I don't
to the
understand
league.
it.
Fern dog. He's gonna break Zlatan's scoring record. Flex arm emoji.
Is it that far fetched? Is it that
far-fetched?
far fetched? Is it?
Yeah,
'Cause-
yeah. I think
okay.
that, I think that is. I think that is.
You know what?
Let's
I
go.
think
Okay.
that is.
Then let's get to this.
Let's
Let's,
get to it.
let's get to this.
Let's get it.
So I'm gonna start.
LA
I'll start it
Galaxy
off. So I'll
Army
start
says
with.
great time.
I'll
start
take
with
mine
my
'cause
con.
You guys have your.
This is gonna be my con. All right. I'm gonna start with the con. So is it too far fetched that he breaks the record? Because
Yes.
we're assuming bringing someone like Chicharito, which is a poacher, that we're gonna give decent service, right?
Mhm.
All season, right? To a guy that needs that service. So if that service is coming and he can, he's that lethal inside the box, what's so crazy is that he can break the record?
He can't.
And my counter to that is I don't want to spend my DP money on not my DP money. We just had that argument.
DP slot.
The Galaxy DP slot on a poacher.
Question. What's the most important thing for you about the Galaxy? For them to what?
To win the title.
Win a
Right.
title.
Oh.
Last year,
Uh-huh.
how many times did we say if the easy goals would have gone in, we wouldn't have lost 3-2 in the end? We
Yeah.
wouldn't have been coming back. Who could put in those easy goals?
I
Who
don't
puts
like
in these
Joyce
easy
right now
goals?
because he made my point for me. I was just waiting for you to shut up. Okay.
Who
Okay.
puts in the easy goals?
You're right. You're right.
And we're
Rondo?
talking about service. We're talking about things like that. Zlatan was getting Zlatan last year. We were giving him shit, missing one-on-one against the goalie. He would make the back heel kicks. He would make that, but that's on top of him missing sitters.
Right.
People miss sitters, and if we're talking Chicha's a poacher, he's a tap-in guy.
It's what we
Well,
need.
that's what the fuck the Galaxy's been needing. That's what we've been arguing about. We've argued last year. I've heard every podcast come and say we missed 2 easy ones in the beginning. They scored 2, and then we were fighting. We scored 1, and then we were fighting a tie and fighting to win a game at the end. We don't have that problem if we scored 2 off the bat off of a poacher.
But-
What's wrong with it?
Gotta be
exactly.
there. Well, to me, I think as
Hold up, are you on-
Yeah, absolutely.
This is it.
Because as far as your con is actually not a con, it's actually a pro. We can't be depending on somebody to score 31, 32 goals again. It doesn't work. Look at the last 2 Golden Boot winners, right? Bella created a lot of his goals for himself on top of 15 penalties. He created a lot of those goals for himself by getting space. Joseph Martinez, that boy creates inside the box. He'll take 3 or 4 touches inside the box. Think about what I just said. Joseph Martinez takes 3 or 4 touches
Yeah.
inside of the box.
Yeah.
Zlatan ain't never going to do that. Zlatan got
Chicha
30
isn't either.
Zlatan got
Chicha
30
is not a creator like those two type of
That's what I
forwards.
just said. He's not, but we don't need him to. This is Pavon's team, and this is not going to be ran through the wings.
Okay.
We need Katai to do what he's been doing in Chicago and score his 9 to 12 goals. We need 9 to 12 goals from him. We need 9 to 12 goals from Pavon, but we need, somewhere in the double digits of assists. We need an all-around team like Kansas City's had, where they won championships based on that.
All right. With that, you want your wingers to score more, right?
Mhm.
Then why spend an international slot, or why waste an international slot on a DP player who's just going to be poaching, where we could get that here in MLS, like with the Christian name it? That's not going to take up an DP slot.
If we're talking about Chicharito, you
Because if you're going to have your wingers score 12 to 15 every time, and you're just going to have one forward who's going to score the same, why go get a Chicharito?
let me school you on
You know,
soccer real
Because
quick.
last season, if we couldn't get those services to Zlatan,
Let me school
what
you
makes you think that we're
on
going to get them to
soccer.
Chicharito? Who's going to be that poacher?
Okay.
You know, hold on.
okay.
Before I'll let you kill him. Right, I'll alley-oop and then you. That's not GBS's style. GBS's style is to
Perfect.
is the
Perfect.
wingers to feed in. He's done it at Boca. Why do you think?
Perfect.
Yeah,
I'm gonna school you right now for that.
School me.
You gotta look at what Chicharito is. What are his attributes?
Just put it in.
What is his abilities?
That's it. Just score.
Off
He
the
has a
ball.
he has a good off the Thank you. He has a good off the ball read. He did it in Madrid with a bunch of stars. He did it in Manchester with a bunch of stars when he was playing there.
Players that could serve him the ball. that
Okay,
give him
but the thing
ball
is,
through.
he made the right runs. He made the right runs.
Tag him in. Get the tables.
He made the right. I know. He made the right runs. He made the right spacing. Look at what Pavon made Zlatan Ibrahimovic do. He made Zlatan Ibrahimovic move on the field because he was taking the proper lanes. Antuna benefited from Pavon because he started making the right runs, the right lanes. You know, one thing that Zlatan would get on Kamara all the time was that he wouldn't make the what?
The front port to the near post.
Something that if you have somebody like Chicha that knows what the fuck he's doing is going to contribute more to scoring. Not only that, this past season we had Antuna start up top. One of our best games defensively. Why? Because he wouldn't stop pressuring the ball.
Yeah, it was against Minnesota.
And
Which was one of the best games the Galaxy ever had.
What did we talk
that
about
season.
earlier? What did we mention earlier? MLS is what? An all-counter team, right? All-counter league. The best teams in the league are good on counters. Mm-hmm. If you're pressing the defense or the goalie to come out, they're going to make faster, quicker decisions instead of being able to look up over Zlatan 6'7" ass, 6'2", whatever the fuck, and pick out your
6'2"
passes.
fuck.
You know what I mean? So if you have somebody like Chicha that's not only going to make the right runs, create the spacing you need for tap-ins, but is going to pressure when you don't have the ball, that's only going to create more chances for us.
All right,
Tag him.
All right, so I had more cons, but you know what? I kind of listened to you guys, and I kind of feel stupid now. So
Nah, keep on
no,
coming
no.
because you might have cons that people have cons.
Total joke. I actually don't have shit written down.
Damn.
So I actually want to touch on that. I mean, besides the off the ball runs, and yeah, Namath would be cool and all, but come to think of it, you also have to think of the name and the presence and the pressure it brings on defenders. You know, like Christian Namath, maybe he could be good off the ball as well, but it's not gonna, keep defenders on their toes knowing you're playing against like a Chicharito, because you want wingers to score. So defenders having to keep a mind on someone like Chicharito is going to open up space for
The thing
for
that
No, he wants wingers to
the-
score.
Brian, would you rather
That's what
play
I'm telling you.
against? Would you rather play against a stationary forward that you know is going to try to beat you in the air?
Oh, you don't want to chase a fucking
Or you're
forward.
going to try to exactly.
Yeah,
Or you want to
as a
play
defender, I
against
know that.
somebody that you know you have to chase for 90 plus whatever minutes. That's going to get between your defenders. It's going to create those runs, and you got to chase them. In the summer, in Houston, in Dallas,
To his point,
in Atlanta.
To his point, 100%, the defenders, sure, guarding Zlatan one-on-one was impossible and hard. But the problem is, when you put that ball in the air, you eliminate every other attacking player for the Galaxy. Because there's nobody that's going to go up there and get that ball like Zlatan. Now, if you put the ball on the floor to a running man like Chicha, he could hit the ball, he could dummy the ball, he could lay off the ball. There's much more of an attacking threat than a Zlatan that you just put the ball up in the air. Because, one, you have to put the ball up correctly to where Zlatan wants it, where he needs to find it.
And then-
As opposed to if you put the ball in the area of a Chicha, he could do something with it. And that was one of our biggest problems with Rolf Felcher, that he couldn't dish the ball to Zlatan in the air. Rolf was getting mad at him. It was a back and forth.
Not only that, go ahead, sorry.
With this type of player, we need to put it in the area. He'll go out there, toe poke, he'll go out there, dummy. That we could bring in a midfield to push up. There's a lot of things that Chicha could do, not just for himself, but for the team. Zlatan did it for himself.
And not only that, the chances that Chicha will create or at least miss will at least give us an opportunity to have more numbers in the box. Because with Zlatan, it was run the wing and put it in.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't run the wing, cut in, look for the final pass. It was launch it to that fool so he can do it himself.
So he can do whatever he needs to.
With Chicha, if you have somebody smart like Katai on one side and Pavon on the other side, they're going to be making those backside runs. Where if Chicha misses it or he's not there or he gets double teamed, you have another layoff pass or a shot at goal. Something that we didn't have until Pavon came and was creating that for himself. You understand now?
I do.
Go.
All right, so
We've been
I
talking
think,
this whole
you guys
time. I
are
wanted
convincing me a little bit more.
So,
I think you
so
guys are convincing me a little bit more.
And let me make this point too. If we can get somebody better, I would absolutely go for it. But as far as what it's gonna not cost us to what's available out there right now, Chicha is not a bad signing. He's not a bad signing.
before I go off the field, any of you, if he signs, willing to give a bold prediction? How many he's going to put away?
20 plus.
20
Well,
plus.
is he? Well, to that question, is he gonna break Zlatan's?
I don't think he breaks Zlatan,
No,
but I think he goes 20
He doesn't
plus.
break Zlatan. He
Look,
breaks the league.
I have a
Let
bet
me-
on
let me-
Twitter. I have a
hold
bet
on,
on
hold on.
Twitter saying that he's
35.
No, I have a bet on Twitter saying this is the actual haters that this man has, that he's not going to score more than 5.
Oh, that,
Oh,
no, yeah.
nah.
This
As much
is
as-
legit something that I
Oh,
had to
man.
reply
He'll
to.
have 5 before the summer.
Yeah, as much as I disagreed coming into today, I would never say that he's gonna.
That's
score
how
over
much of-
5.
Nah,
Look,
he-
let me-
he's
let
gonna
me-
score. We know he can score.
For those people out there listening that are doubting his production right now in Spain compared to what he can do right now, let me read you some names to what they did before they came to the league, right? So everybody knows who Robbie Keane is, right?
Robbie King.
Horrible stat.
The season before, he had 3 goals. 2 seasons before, he had 3 goals. The last most complete season he had of 20 games, he scored 6 goals.
This is arguably the best Galaxy player ever. Arguably. Arguably.
A lot of people were in love with fucking Limdrini, right? Limdrini. In 103 games in League One, 24 goals.
He's a winger though.
But he throws up the LA sign.
But he throws up the LA sign, bro. We got to keep him.
Does
We
it
got to keep
good.
him.
Hey, he doesn't throw it backwards like some fucking idiot fans.
Zlatan this season broke Pescadito's scoring record of 25,
And the league's old record that only got broke 2
right?
years ago.
And he was MLS MVP, right?
Mhm.
Let's see. Before he came here, Superliga, which was in Greece, in 20 games, 1 goal. In Mexico, before coming over here, 17 games, 5 goals. You guys want another
Wait,
example?
who was this? Sorry.
So you
Oh,
said Zlatan.
Pesito. Yeah, you said
Ah.
Zlatan.
You said Zlatan.
I know. Whose record did he break?
Oh, okay. All right.
This guy just won the Golden Boot, MVP, Supporter Shield, whatever fucking you want to say, except the MLS Cup, Carlos Vela, right? He was in Spain playing in the same league. Before coming over here, 2 goals. 2 goals in an entire season. Before that, 9 goals. Before that, 5 goals.
To your point, these are people saying, "Oh, look at Chicharito's stats. Look at why are we going to go out and pay money for the." These are arguably top players. Top players. Robbie Keane, arguably the best player to ever come to the MLS.
Best
If
in
we're
peace,
going
Simon.
off of stats,
Yep.
he should have never came to the MLS. If that's your legitimate argument of Chicharito not coming,
You lost.
Robbie Keane should have never came to the MLS.
I have other examples too. Javenko
I can also,
sucked in
yeah.
Juventus. Valeria, I looked him up because he played in Porto and in Spain, right?
Right.
He had like 0 goals in one of the seasons that I looked up, like 2 years before he came.
Haters were saying about Jonah. Jonah actually had something to show when he came to MLS, saying, "Why are we bringing Jonah?" I get it. There were people thought we were doubling down on Gio. People were thinking that Jonah was going to be a flop. That we were going to say 3 years. Oh, just give him time. Just give him time. These are the people that are going up against Chicharito. Like I hear your argument, but it doesn't hold much weight when you're praising the Robbie Keanes. I get it. They did what they did. I give them all respect, but you gotta give these players time. You have to give these players time. And with a name like Chicharito, you have to give the time. I don't care who we are. I'm one of the biggest Mexican haters around. And when I heard about the rumor, I was like, I'll take it. Any day, I'll take it.
Nice. I'm already convinced.
I'm
man.
waiting for more cons, man.
No,
What's
no,
up?
I got okay.
No, you
All right,
guys
I'm going.
This
guys-
is one of the
you guys
shows where
literally-
people should call in.
Yeah, I know.
I think
You
was
guys
ready, dude.
literally
I was
just
ready.
convinced me.
Nah,
And- no, this is the thing too. Like, I want him to come here and prove me wrong, because I do want him to, be one of the staples of what the Galaxy does moving forward, and winning those championships is something that I want to see again. 2014 was fucking fun. 11 was fun. 12 was fun.
2014 was fun.
If he comes over here and breaks Zlatan's record, fuck yeah, prove me wrong. That's
doesn't
one
have
of my
I don't
main
think
things.
so. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to.
All right. So, on the field, I'm convinced already. I'm good. I'm in.
You guys are good delegators.
Son of a bitch. Yeah.
You son of a bitch. I'm
Yeah.
in.
I'll make sure they send you a piece of that cut of whatever jersey sells and shit they make.
Not my money. Not my
no, hashtag not my money. Pros and cons. This is a pro and a con for me.
Okay.
This is off the field already. The little boost in fans we're gonna have, and the certain type of fans that are gonna come in. Not all of them.
That's
not all of them. Not all of them.
That's more of a con for the front office.
Imaginemos cosas chingonas.
Hey, I'm just,
Yeah, I think that's more of a con for the front office
That's not gonna be your problem.
because
it is. They're gonna be in my stadium.
No, I'm saying it's a con.
Whoa. What you want to build around the stadium so they don't get in?
It's a
Whoa.
You ever see those limited edition Mitch and Ness red caps?
I think
Sorry, I had to go. You're like, my I was like, oh, shit.
I think to your point is more of a con towards the front office because the front office haven't in the last I think never actually have developed anything that creates a culture for us. everything that we've done or that has been done by the supporters groups or even like these podcasts is just because of what we as fans, as actual supporters want. It's nothing that the front office was like, here, let's give you this so you can base what you're going to do off this platform. It's never been like that. We have no identity as a fan base. We can't even have our supporters group agree on how they're going to run shit, right? You have one that wants to be completely separate, which I enjoy my time at the Riot Squad, and I go to both. But it's not something like you can do like in Portland where they brought everybody together and build even a bigger set of stands because of what they had established as a platform, you know? Yeah, we don't have that. We don't have that. And it shows when you bring in somebody like that because we have no identity whatsoever.
To that point, to both of your points, I think bringing in something like that sets the foundation of setting that up. Especially with the whole Victoria block happening and the whole,
which is beautiful. I love that.
I think this is the beginning.
Like
It could start at a perfect time. If we're going off of culture, identity, and all that, we're starting this at a perfect time. If he were to come in, I personally think
you want to give the front office that much credit to things like strategic like that, where
100%. No, this is the Victoria block and everything in the back is fan made. Fans have been asking for that for 10 years.
Yeah.
They're late to the party. They fucked this up.
You're in the board?
No.
You're not
No.
in anything this year for ACB?
No. I'm on a podcast with 2 members. Take that as you may.
You can say he's my good friend.
Yeah.
They're just good friends.
Yeah.
But see, just building a winning culture in general should have that change.
But even
should have that effect on us.
Even when we
if we win games, if we win titles, we're all gonna be united. Doesn't matter who the fuck we win.
But
What are you looking for?
We're not that team. We're not that team. We're not that team that's going to have half of the stadium stand up for 90 minutes and cheer for 90 minutes. Look when we were winning championships.
No, yeah.
Ain't nobody was cheering like that. I think there's more hype now even than when we were winning those repeats.
And I agree with that. I feel like the LA Galaxy family, as unit, we're all like.
Were you going to those playoff games?
Yeah, of course.
Those were some sad playoff games sometimes when we play like Real Salt Lake.
You know why? It's hard for me.
It was
to,
cool for me because I was there for the game.
Exactly. It's hard for me to say that we're sad because I was in the middle of this verga where it wasn't sad.
Yeah.
So it was hard for me to take the approach of everyone else on the outside. I don't know how I want to come at this, but it's we're throwing off a very nice Latino Hispanic vibe into the stadium, and
I think it's always been
there.
I
think yes and no. Because I think we lost a little bit of that.
Yeah.
And I think with this signing, we're just going to sprinkle a little bit more on top. And hopefully it picks up.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully
I have a good time with the Galaxians.
I do. Hell yeah.
That
shit is sick in there.
So that's a pro.
The con is the guys from the other side of the freeway are going to make the jump.
Oh, no, that's not a con.
How's that a con?
That's not a con.
They're gonna come in in
That's
their
just
jerseys.
that shit
I'll
is
slap 'em.
hilarious.
No.
That's funny because you see how bad they are.
No, they're gonna come in
Yeah.
there. They're gonna come in their Mexico jerseys and their Chivas.
Yeah.
Guadalajara
That's
jerseys.
fine. Cheering for the guys.
I think that's another thing about, like, talking about money. I mean, how is it going to affect us? I mean,
More money for them?
it's not really going to affect me in any way. I'm still going to go watch the games, you know?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I enjoy my time with Riot Squad, with Galaxians, with ACB, but there's some times where I just like to go sit in that corner
That's
and
fair.
just sit down and watch the legit game and see, damn, Felcher, otra vez la está cagando este.
I do that. I do that, and I'm in ACB. I sometimes enjoy. You know what? It's gonna a tactically good game. I want to see this. I want to be able to, and that means drinking less, being able to appreciate the game. Like you take these steps to actually be like, oh damn, that was a good football game.
I enjoyed the game against Minnesota.
Yeah, that first half.
Because
It was.
I texted Shoes when they were lining up on the field. I was like, fuck, the matchup didn't look very favorable.
Yeah.
But as the game progressed, we just broke them down, you know. And
That was
if you
good.
talk to
That was a
some,
good game.
if you talk to some casual fans, they'll just remember that we won,
Yeah.
you know. But they won't remember how
high pressure,
we broke
about doing
down on
that.
how we had the
Forcing
high
them to
pressure and we
turnovers,
broke down for 5 seconds, and that fool scored a fucking golazo from the outside.
Yeah.
How in the 67th minute, those who's literally Jonah stopped in the middle of the field like. Nobody's gonna pressure me. Here, fool.
Fuck it.
Legit here, and it just gave it back to him, and you know.
Yeah.
Those are things that I like to see.
Yeah.
Something that we hadn't done since like 12 and 14.
Give me a con.
Little
I'm
kind.
still waiting for one.
I'm still thinking, man. I really got nothing.
Yeah,
man.
you guys fucking convinced
yeah,
me.
you guys just
lean.
You just killed us with that, man.
I'm getting his jersey now.
Let me say this.
I don't know. I'm not going that
You know,
far.
you know what?
Yeah.
You know what? You know what?
No.
I actually was gonna say that, and
I
told you,
Pavona
I-
Kichan jersey. You know
I
what I'm saying?
told him. I told you.
Pavon jersey.
I told you I was gonna say this before we headed over here. I didn't tell you what I was gonna say, and I'll
Oh
say it
yeah,
here.
there we go.
So I'm gonna show my devotion for the team even more this year. I hate the New Jerseys. I hate the New Jerseys.
Same.
Right? I hate them. Hate them. I hate them. Hate them. Hate them. I was a big Chicharito hater because I'm a U.S. fan.
Double hate.
Now he's playing on my team. At some point in this season, I will have a 2020 home jersey with Chicharito on my back.
And I hope it says Hernandez.
What?
Yes.
Yeesh.
I wish. Yeah.
Wow,
That's
bro.
my
Chicharito.
Hey, I didn't mean to do that to you. By
No,
the way.
no, it's fine. It's not.
I don't want to go that far. I'm just kidding.
yeah.
Just fuck him. Think of the money. Think of the money. Think of AG's money.
Wow.
Yeah, I am.
I am gonna take a picture with
Yeah,
you.
that's fine.
Nah, I have a thing about getting players' names.
Yeah, same.
I've never gotten one.
I only have one.
I gotta start that one.
Yeah,
The
I
Jonah
had to
one
get
I
a
got for
Zlatan
free.
one. I had to get a Zlatan one. I want
Yeah,
to
I
get a
had to get a
Jonah
Zlatan
one
one.
just because Jonah's a beast.
I have
That's my copy.
well, one of my favorite players growing up was Steven Gerrard, so I have a Gerrard one.
Oh, but you have a cool Gerard
Yeah,
one.
but I
though.
have you know how you remember they made those numbers with our pictures on it.
Oh yeah.
We all
so
got
I have,
on that
I have
one.
that number on it.
Oh, that's
We
it.
all
You
got
have it
on.
framed?
Nah,
No.
I just have it.
That's
I
a
mean,
framed jersey.
I
Yeah,
heard
we got all on it, the same one,
Yeah.
number 8.
That's sick.
Yeah, they weren't gonna get it, and they're like, "Dude, just put it on number 8." I was like, "I'm gonna buy the fucking jersey. Just put
That's
it on
it.
8." Yeah, but I heard to use it. I don't have it framed, but
It doesn't fit you no more. That's why.
it actually does. It was one of my worst points. Yeah, yeah,
Con.
it does.
Doesn't fit.
Con.
That's a con.
That's a con.
You know, I woke up this morning and I went straight on because I saw your message that you showed us or that you text us that they're gonna fly on Monday. So I was like, damn, this is gonna be all over, right? And one comment actually got me mad, where this guy tried to call out the front office for being stupid for going after Chicharito, and that this front office still ain't worth shit, pretty much. And man.
Nah, that's
don't.
Let me make this point to
That's a
whoever
con.
is not paying attention. No matter how you feel about this signing in particular, whether it happens or it doesn't happen, don't rely your opinion based on that on the front office, because last year what we did in 1 year is not all attributed to Zlatan. As much as you want to say he
No, it's
put all
not.
those goals away, it's not. At the end of the day, we brought a 22-year-old that just got sold for $12 million.
Yeah.
We couldn't sign this kid to a homegrown contract, so we gave him a legit contract in Araujo. We got Efrain Alvarez minutes. You signed the best 23-year-old DP in league
Yo,
on a free transfer.
on some loophole shit right there.
You got Joe Corona, which contributed to our team by not messing up
Solid pickup.
on a free transfer out of nowhere. All of this in 1 year. So don't doubt this front office that we have now. Of course, Chris Klein with Varejas, whatever the fuck his name was, fucked it all up.
Yeah,
But this new regime that we have,
it's beautiful.
this final order that we got
Yes.
is legit.
It is.
I'm reading through Galaxy social media and just seeing all these cons. It's crazy to me how people could say this man is the next Gio dos Santos. First of all, Chicharito's I don't follow Mexico, but isn't he the highest scoring Mexican
All time.
of all time?
Yeah.
Of all time.
Yeah.
All-time scoring leader.
There's no way he can be a Gio. Just
That's another
his work-
thing.
his work
You
is
know,
like-
Another con is extremely overpriced. We're not paying him. We're paying the transfer fee. Understand the difference. I need people to understand the difference. There's a thing called a transfer fee that doesn't go to the player. It goes to the club of wherever
Wherever you're getting them from.
Yeah.
And not only that, DP doesn't hit us on any level as far as cap or roster space at all. Doesn't affect our GAM, TAM, international slots, none of that.
On top of that is the new CBA rules, so we don't even
The
know
only
what
thing
what the
it
fuck we're doing.
affects.
Oh, there goes a
The
con.
only thing it affects is that we have to have a certain amount of American players on the team, which is still not gonna.
Not necessarily
matter,
American,
you
just
know?
green carded at least.
Still, whatever. It's not gonna affect anything that. It's not gonna affect us like in any way. It's just a matter of if we can get somebody better. All right, cool.
Any
get
any
somebody
good
better.
cons in there, George? Before we
I think people need to end this, and I kind of want to put up on. I just know the difference between a fan-made rumor and a real rumor, because we're fighting. We're not fighting. We're arguing about a real, legitimate rumor that's solid to a a Suarez, a Agüero. We don't know how much credibility that holds. We don't know what it means. So it is what it is. If we get Chicha, if you really feel so bad about it, don't show up. It is what it is. If you're really worried about the money, just don't show up.
Ain't gonna bother me none. I sat through 18 and 8 without you,
Yup.
Yeah.
and you know who you are. So if this is not gonna cause you to go see a team that's exciting, then please stay home. I saw the stadium empty enough when it was 18 and 8, and I still showed up from game 1 to the last one. So
So did I.
I don't care who's on the team, who they sign, what he says, as long as he ain't affecting the production on the team and he doesn't, fucking rape somebody or something like that.
Listen,
you know?
if he's
I'ma
not
be there.
toxic, if he's not toxic in the locker room, that's the only negative that I can see. If he's toxic
Which
in
I
the
doubt.
locker room,
Which I have never heard any rumors of
Listen,
him being toxic in any locker room.
That fool's a professional.
Before I forget about discussion, but who's your favorite Galaxy player right now?
Right now,
Yeah.
it's got to be Jonah. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
What do you think's gonna happen if we bring Chicha?
Even
How
better.
excited he's gonna be to?
Oh, my homie, what up?
I don't understand people. I don't get it. Like, if you really back up Jonah, what makes you think that he's not going to be excited playing next to someone
Yep.
that he possibly look up to, or even is really good friends with him? How close do you think they're? Who do you think Chicha's going to gravitate to when it comes to off-field things?
Yep. Jonah.
What do you think the chemistry there is going to
Yeah.
be? Like,
Yeah.
what do you? If we're talking about servicing the man, if we're talking about who do you think could help him out with that?
Yeah.
Jonah.
Jonah.
And for those that follow like players on social media, you saw legit with
With
Jonah.
Corona.
You saw Jonah
Yeah.
with Corona. You
And he
saw
brings them into
Pavon
that.
with.
Yeah.
He's going to
You
be
know?
the connecting
All right,
dots.
now there, you guys convinced me.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
100% for Chicha. Bring him back.
So
Bring
if,
him over.
if
Bring
no-
him over.
if nobody's got anything else, I got one more pro that I've been saving to the end.
And I forgot the question. It's not my question. I saw this question on Twitter, so before anyone blows up
Okay.
and says this is not my question, but I'm interested to see what you guys think. The question was, I'm not gonna say word for word. I try to bring it up. If Chicharito comes, it would be interesting to see who is the captain.
Right.
As of now, we all agree that Jonathan Dos Santos is our captain.
Yes.
Correct. Jonathan Dos Santos has been known to not really care much about it, pass it along. It's whatever's best for the team. Do you see Jonathan Dos Santos passing off his captaincy armband to Chicharito? Seniority when it comes to the Mexican national team, so it's someone you look up to.
Right.
Doesn't really care much about. Doesn't mean he doesn't care about the team being a captain. To him, it's whatever he plays on the field. And to make another player feel more comfortable, like a Chicha, here's the captaincy, here it is. I know us as Galaxy fans are going to say, no, you respect the captaincy. It is what it is. Like, you have to respect it.
Yeah.
I mean,
What are your thoughts behind
mean,
it? Because
it's-
it was a good question.
Yeah,
when I
it is.
thought
It is.
about it.
It all depends on attitude too. Because look at Zlatan came in and became the captain. That's not an ideal
He
captain.
didn't even wear an armband.
Yeah.
He had it. Have you guys ever seen his jersey?
Yeah, it's like
It wasn't an
first time,
armband. It
yeah.
was like a logoed on.
like printed on like this.
Yeah.
shit. But yeah, I mean, I'm not totally opposed to it. Once again, he speaks both English and Spanish, and then it
Yeah.
goes back to my argument with people where he's been, the experiences he has. He could be a leader. I mean, all Galaxy fans are gonna cause a riot, of course, if he does. But I'm not totally opposed to it.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be opposed to it either. But I think there's one player ahead of him that I would think will get it before
Who?
Chicha.
Legit?
I would think legit, just because seniority in the team.
I'd give it to a defender before I give it to Leggett.
Yeah.
So you would give it to
Legit
like
just
somebody
like-
like Steres?
I'd give it to Stairs.
Yeah, or maybe Bingham.
I'd give it to Pavon before Chicharito.
Not Bingham?
Oh, no, Bingham.
Can I
But
see?
I wouldn't be opposed to giving it to Chicharito if like
Can I
Damn,
see Jonah willingly pass it on? Yes. But should he? No.
Agreed.
I think he's shown a lot this last season of how much he cares about the team with just his intensity on the field. Some of those posts that they did like on the field after the games where it showed that he was still like correcting people or like talking to like the youngsters when they played. That's a captain.
yeah.
That's exactly what you want out of the captain. Somebody that can pull out your youngsters on the side. Somebody that gets along with your youngsters. You know, a lot of videos online, same thing, showed him messing around and talking to Ifra when he was there. Ifra even came out saying how Jonas helped him transition into being a pro. All these things equal one thing.
Yeah.
A captain.
Yeah.
If he doesn't want it and he's willing to pass it off, as long as his intensity is there, he's already the captain, whether he has the armband or not. You know, at the end of the day, if you're playing on any sports team, whatever level it is, and you have somebody like that on your team that's willing to play box to box every minute,
That's your
every
hardest working
game,
player
lay it
on the
out.
pitch.
You're gonna want to play for that player too. So whether he has an armband or not, last year he was my captain, even though Zlatan wore that
I
little
think
thing.
a lot of people felt that way.
Easy.
You know what I mean? And if he's gonna
Zlatan was
play,
still player of the
if he's
year.
gonna play the same way, I don't need him to wear the captain's band. As long as he's contagious and his effort is contagious, I don't care who has a band. But I would give it to Pavon before I give it to Chicharito.
Too young.
Nah.
Plus, I don't think the front office is gonna be that dumb right now to destabilize the fan base that much more.
Hold
to
my
be
beer.
like, you know what I
If there's
mean?
one thing you should know about they don't give a fuck about the
Yeah,
fans.
they don't.
February 8th.
You know,
canceled. Dang.
right now, Teclosa and GBS are making a lot of decisions for what's on the field. We
They
can
don't-
talk
they
about
don't
off
talk
the,
about the fans.
we
They
can
don't-
yeah, I'm saying we could talk about off the field things and what the front office and in the back is doing, but as far as what's going on the field, it's a lock of GBS and DTK.
Yep.
You know,
I know
all the
that comment's
signings.
gonna fuck me. That doesn't give a fuck about the fans. I know I'm gonna get some hateful texts.
All these blogs. Hey,
Don't worry,
Fans
for,
not following us no
FO
more.
themselves. Oh, fuck you then.
don't worry, for nobody watches us.
My flash sheets isn't working.
All right,
But-
what were you saying about the?
Okay, so
sorry.
last pro I wanted to end this with. Chicharito went to Europe.
Mhm.
Did well. Successful, you can say, right? Won titles.
I would think so. Yeah.
Scored a fair amount of goals, right? Vela, bust.
Mhm.
Chicharito comes here. Just doesn't have to break his record, but let's say breaks his scoring record. Last image you see is him holding a cup before Vela over his head too.
If Chicha comes, I could say that the Galaxy will win MLS. Cup.
Ooh.
Is that your prediction right now?
If Chicha comes, yes.
You heard it here first.
Year one?
Yeah, for
Year
sure.
one.
Oh,
For sure.
Wow.
well, the philosophy's already in place.
Yeah.
For sure. What Chicha? We're bringing in Chicha to not do anything different, but what
score,
he's been
just
best at his whole career.
I think this is the first time we might disagree today.
Ooh.
That's fine.
I don't know if they have enough to win.
Defensively is my
Yeah,
Oh,
because
there's that.
Oh fuck, call it defense.
Oh shit!
Looking-
Forgot about those.
Now, but you know, going back to what you said earlier, if he poaches and scores those 2 goals and then scores these other 2 goals, fucking do it. As long as we keep scoring more than they outscore us.
Yes,
Chewy doesn't
but-
say much, but when he says something.
yes, Chewy. But the thing is, if we look back at these last playoffs,
We didn't have Chicharito.
we didn't really have team. We didn't have.
Told you.
We didn't have teams killing teams.
We could, nah.
You know, we didn't have.
We got killed.
Look at Atlanta. Atlanta got beat. Atlanta got beat by. Atlanta got beat by a low-scoring Toronto team without their leading scorer, and got scored on by a defender.
I'll argue though, because they didn't score what? They didn't score the easy goals.
Okay, yeah, but the point is, as far as there's not that many goals this year. Even the LAFC game that they lost, they got 1, and Seattle countered on 2 of them out of the 3 goals. I'm trying to think of another example in the playoffs.
How
Even
many
the
chances
final,
did that team get?
even the
that team had chances.
Seattle.
No. LAFC had chances.
Oh well, they also have like stupid ass players.
Yeah, and Bob Bradley's still there.
Exactly.
I think this signing will bring a different type of intensity too to the Tráfico, because
That's gonna
you
be
know,
tight. They're gonna be.
I don't know how it is with like Guatemalans, Salvadorians, but if I'm going against my own kind, you know, I'm gonna let you know I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna let you know why I'm beating you, and I'm gonna let you know after I beat
Vela
you.
and Jonathan had that type of thing. I think Chicha brings that in.
Yes, yes.
I think Vela and Jonah were a
And
little too
hopefully,
nice.
hopefully,
Yeah,
and
which is cool. Like like, I wouldn't want you to kill each other. It is what it is. Like we understand.
No, kill each other.
Nah. But I think Chicha brings in that.
That
I'm
edge.
still above you guys in the Mexican level, so this is why I'm gonna show.
and it's gonna be great to see those fans torn apart. The ones we live up.
Yes.
Oh, it's amazing.
You know?
We're gonna have an LAFC game over there with Chicharito.
Have you ever seen the half jerseys?
Oh,
I have.
yeah.
That was a
Fucking-
fucking-
There's gonna be a lot of those.
I can't wait for that.
Matracas.
Hell yeah, bro. I remember going to the games at the Coliseum and shit like that. I don't know if you guys ever went to like those double headers back in the day.
Wait, yeah.
Fuck yeah,
Or
those shits would
for
be
gold
lit,
cups and
fool.
shit.
My
Hell
dad would
yeah.
keep me at those games for like 6 hours, 7 hours.
First game, fucking Jamaica.
But it was-
pissed as fuck.
Puto desmadre.
Just to watch the Mexican team.
Oh,
Sit through
shit.
fucking El Salvador, Guatemala, just to see
Hey,
fucking
yo,
Mexico.
whoa, what the fuck? Yeah.
Oh my God.
I said Jamaica, Trinidad, Tobago. You had to bring Guatemala.
Same,
God
fool.
damn.
At least he sat through them. You didn't even go.
No,
I sat through them. I sat through them.
I left.
I
I
sat
don't have
through
to watch
them.
the Mexican team.
Difference here.
Yeah. I walked out.
Damn. So it seems
So you
like
guys sold?
at the end of the day,
Yeah, I think you guys sold me on Chicharito.
So before I came in, I asked everyone who's against Chicharito, and it was like, yeah, we don't want him.
I'm in. Hey,
I'm in. I think you guys convinced me enough.
Brian gave him the captain's band, so
You're over here gonna buy his jersey now.
Galaxy
Yeah.
Twitter,
Ah, but that's what I
Galaxy
said
Twitter,
that before he
Galaxy
came.
Social. These guys, he's gonna give him the captain band.
Nah.
yeah. So we're in. I hope everybody else is in too. I think so, man. You guys sold the hell out of it.
Yeah, and I hope
hope
everybody
people
who
listen.
listens to this.
Yeah, it's a
is
good
sold
one.
on it too.
Me too, fool. We also
We also- we
Listen,
also
whatever
do.
I said today is not gonna be said on Monday
I know.
because these guys are gonna be fine. I'm just gonna be like, fuck.
You're gonna be like, listen to News Across the Galaxy,
Yeah.
hear everything I had to say.
It's accurate.
Anybody else? Last thoughts? Anything?
Chicharito.
I would like to end the show how we normally end the show during the
Is it
season.
already?
Predictions.
Oh, shit.
Now that he
So
brought
early
this up.
Season, bro.
Now that he brought this up and you guys weren't.
Thinking that Chicharito's already signed, right? All right.
Assuming he's here.
Assuming he's here. That's not thinking. What an idiot. So this is
'Cause
gonna
you
happen.
You could easily back if he doesn't come. You can make a new
Yeah,
prediction.
this is gonna happen. We're gonna be shocked. First game of the season, Tom Smart's gonna walk out with that captain's armband on.
Disconnect his mic.
For G2.
Sick ass Tom Smart. What a hell of a name.
Smart.
So
All right.
prediction, really. If the philosophy's in place, Chicharito comes in and everything you guys have said, it's gotta be top 3. Oh shit.
Yeah,
It's gotta be top. It's gotta be top 3. And you know what? Fuck it, George. I got you. MLS Cup.
There you go.
Let's go.
Top 3 what?
In the league.
League?
Yeah. Going into the playoffs and then
Okay, that's his opinion.
No. I'm thinking MLS Cup for me, but I think we get like 4th place or 3rd.
I think we're gonna get the same. You know why? Because we don't have that defense yet.
yeah, we deserve a
The
home
defense,
playoff
we
game.
don't have that yet.
We'll get 3rd.
And I still feel we need a solid defense in order to win the championship. We don't have that.
What's up? Eyebrows in the line again?
Hell nah. But we'll get to that next round that we didn't get to this time around. We'll be in the conference final. I don't know. We need defense. I don't know if we could get past the conference final if we don't have a defense. Conference final. Final answer.
I think the same thing, conference final. I think once in the playoffs, it's a whole different ball game, and it's just a matter of matchups. And if this team works out the way GBS wants it to work out and this philosophy sticks, it's going to be exciting to watch.
I'm already excited for this new season.
But we still got to get through teams like Seattle
Yeah.
and Portland.
Seattle.
Tough
especially.
teams.
Seattle.
And then whoever
And
comes up this year, you know?
And then little teams that are coming up like Houston, new coach, Darwin Quintero.
Yeah,
You know, San Jose didn't end the season too bad.
Oh,
but they lost their coach.
he left?
What?
Didn't he leave?
No,
he
Almeida stayed.
He stayed.
He ended up staying?
Yeah.
Oh.
Fuck.
Well, the MLS hates him,
yeah, no.
and he hates the MLS. So
You know, Dallas.
Sometimes that works out though. Somehow.
Dallas and Real Salt Lake had the 2 youngest squads in league, and they both made it to playoffs.
And they're tough.
So
The West is going to be tough.
the
always
West has
tough.
always been, I think,
the better
predominantly tough.
Colorado, Colorado, for some reason, we can't beat. They have a lot of talent. Colorado has a lot of good players.
Oh, that's
that
a-
work well together. They just can't get results.
That's a player I want to snatch too. Diego Rubio.
Mm.
I think he can't be happy there.
Is anyone happy in Colorado?
Maybe
Yeah,
Kai Kamara because it's the only place he can shine.
Fuck Kai Kamara.
Yeah,
Acosta,
no.
Kyle. I'll take Acosta
I'll
off their
take him.
hands.
Chewy, what's up? What's your
All of it.
all of it? Right here on camera?
Yeah, yeah, that's 4 of us today. It's not 3 like usual.
Go the way.
All the way?
All the way. Win the whole thing.
Win the whole thing.
Nice. Dope. I guess we're all in for Chicharito. See what happened? He comes in and we all think he's going to win MLS Cup. Fucking George.
I said conference final, but
It's always like that.
Could've-
As long as you guys are okay with Chicha coming out, I'm
Nah,
sure.
I'm good
hey,
now.
we never answered the question about the goals.
Or the numbers. And we're bad at this.
I think he can get his 15.
How many goals?
He's at 20
20
plus.
plus.
20
Accurately
plus.
20 plus.
Yeah.
Oof.
I think he'll hit that mark. I think
If I
he'll
had to
hit
give it
20.
a number,
I think he'll hit 20.
I'm gonna say 18.
Yeah. I'd be happy with 18. But
I'm
I
gonna say
have a...
18.
I'd be happy with 18 if our winners score.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it has to be, like I said, I think Katai has to come in and score somewhere 9 to 12.
Damn.
I think
Pavon
Pavon has
has
to get
to-
his 9 to 12 plus
Damn.
his
Assist.
Assist?
12 to 15 assists.
Damn.
Yeah,
Contributing to
like
Pavon's
30
gonna have to
plus
fucking
goals?
run the whole offense.
We got to make up 30 goals, my boy. Where do you
Damn,
think they're
bro.
going to come from?
I think 20 plus, but I'm happy with 18.
Our second leading scorer was 6. Was Antuna with 6. And after that, I think it was legit with like 3 or 4.
And then Steres with 2.
And then Jonah with 3.
I don't want to leave any questions unanswered. I feel bad because I completely forgot about some of them. I remember one of them, the numbers. You know, what numbers they're going to wear. I think this is totally on Pavon. If he wants to go back to 7, he will.
It's on him.
That's it. I think Chicha comes in at number 9.
I think he wears his 14.
He just wore lots of.
Yeah.
Yeah. 14 on the squad right
Corona.
I think he wears his
Corona,
14.
Corona drops it.
Yeah?
I think if anything, Katai takes whatever Pavon leaves.
So either he's going to be 10 or 7.
Yeah.
And then
Jonah
Corrals.
looks hard on that 8. I don't know if he doesn't give
Jonah
that
looks fucking dope in number 8.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he punked the Jao Pedro for that.
Shit.
Who?
Exactly.
That's fucked up, Jao Pedro. And then why is there so much hate towards Chicharito?
I hope Pavon keeps a 10 though. By the way, that's a great way to represent.
Yeah, I think
that.
it's a lot of hate because of not the. Yeah, I know you asked if it was a U.S. Mexico thing. I don't think it's so much that. I think it's all the fan rumors too. Everyone's expectations were like higher than they should have been. Maybe.
I think
And then-
they don't. This is gonna sound so bad. I don't think they understand soccer enough.
Thank you.
Where
I think before you finish that, I think they turn on the English Premier League Saturday mornings and they think they understand what they're watching. And
they follow Liverpool, and then it's like, oh my god,
yeah, and
you know.
and to their idea, well, he just taps in the ball. Well, what the fuck does the Galaxy need? What is our offense created around? Our offense is created around someone that needs to do that.
Right.
So to your point, that all he does is tap in. Well, that's exactly what we need. That's what we should get. My bad.
Thanks for insulting all our listeners, and that's gonna
It's
be-
just
Dick.
do that on
like
here.
like
It
the
is.
unfair comparison is him to Gio. You know, people knew the name Gio, but didn't understand what Gio is. Gio was never meant to come here and score 20 goals, 25 goals. You know, not even 15 goals. He wasn't expected to score that many goals. He was here to stretch out the offense, stretch out the defense, and be an option for players like Steven Gerrard and Robbie Keane.
Let me read you some
you know?
tweets that got sent to me.
I think it's just a bitter taste.
Not even
left over
taking
from
money
him.
into consideration, Jonah isn't worth the Geo problem. This is in May 30th of
What?
2018. Let me read you another one.
Oh,
I just realized I'm going to have to keep hearing, just give Jonah time. He's better than 90% of the MLS players for the next 3 years. This was August 23rd of 2017. Gio and Jonah gone definitely helped the Galaxy. Not in this game, but because we signed 2 players that make 0 sense besides, well, you know, Mexican. These are tweets. And listen, I'm sure
that's
they
a
could.
xenophobic ass tweet.
I'm sure that you could go back and read my tweets, and I shitted on players that probably prospered. But that's exactly why I reserve judgment later on, because I understand that I've maybe messed up. To each his own. But these are the same people that are giving Chicharito hate. Same people. Jonah's in there, and Jonah was.
Now he's like
Jonah's
the
probably
favorite.
the best centerman in the league.
I love that.
So you get what I'm trying to.
No, yeah.
You get what I'm doing by reading those tweets. It's just, I completely get it, but at the end of the day, you have to give the player a chance
Yeah.
to come here. Now, if you're holding him to the Cavani's, then to your point, know the difference between a real rumor
Right.
and a fan base rumor.
And
Bang.
then, and here I will be in 2020 with a Chicharito jersey.
Bang.
That's
After
amazing.
winning the
I said
title.
it twice.
Bam.
That's amazing. I can't believe you.
Yeah,
I seriously can't. For like, I understand. Or
yeah. I feel like
We-
it's a good timing to do something like that.
wow.
Yeah.
Robert, see you at the stadium.
George, thank
Yep.
you again, man.
Yeah,
No,
man,
thanks for
you
having me.
Killed
Man.
it.
Thanks for
As
having
always.
me, boys.
Fucking
Thanks for having
convinced
me.
me.
As always.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, shout your show out, man.
You can listen to us, by us, me, Rudy, Masa, Angel, at Straight from the Stands. We go live on Mondays on YouTube. Follow me at JUndefeated7 on Twitter and Instagram.
Nice. And you can find me on Twitter as Eddie Nags altogether, and Instagram Eddie_Nags.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Bryant Nags.
And you can find me on Twitter _Mr. Smiley McGee.
How do you say underscore?
Is it?
Underscore.
Mr. Underscore over here.
Underscore.
I said underscroll?
No.
Scrolling.
My bad.
See, he doesn't listen to your
See,
show.
he doesn't
Sorry.
really want to.
It's Mr. underscore Smiley McGee.
There you go.
Chuyazo? Oh,
Oh, got the mic.
You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram as Travis JA. Travis JA. Pretty easy. Pretty
Ooh.
simple.
oh.
Say it again.
He said it all central.
One more time. One more time.
One more time,
Give me
one
that
more
shot. Ooh.
Hey, I'm going to steal one of your lines real quick, right? All right. So before we go, cannot confirm nor deny that there might be
Nice.
a megapod coming up very soon.
Ooh, nice.
And it won't be by us, but it'll be great. I'll fill you in off air.
Sweet.
So everyone,
Cool.
He gonna fill
hey,
you
no,
up.
you're going all the way. Remember? Thank you everyone for watching,
Yep.
listening. However you're enjoying this podcast,
I hope you enjoyed
Spenny
it.
and George just kind of turned everyone that just listened to a Chicha fan.
And come at me on
Listen,
Twitter.
exactly.
If-
If you disagree, let's have a conversation. Let's talk about it.
yeah, let's talk about it, man.
'Cause
But come at me with facts. Don't come at me that it's gonna cost us something or that he didn't produce, because I already gave you examples of people that didn't produce before they came. So.
Remember, you guys can find that guy on Monday.
And I'll say it again, Mr. This is my Twitter handle, Mr. underscore Smiley McGee. If you need me to spell it out,
He's
hit
not
one
going
of
to.
them up.
J undefeated 7. JAYUNDFTD7.
There it is.
Bam.
Bam.
We'll tweet about it.
Again, thank you everyone. Like, share, whatever you young kids do now. We're out of here.
Keep on nagging.
Keep on nagging.
Keep on nagging.